Yeah. He would be right now. Set.
All right, good morning. We're broadcasting live from UNH for the last set of qualifying standards meets. Get people into the state championship. I'm Mike Smith with Jim McKenzie. We'll be.
So no 3,000 this week. We'll start right off with the 4x800.
That's what we'll be starting with, yeah. And the girls are lined up. I'm looking at what we got sitting on the line. Looks like we've got Bow, Merrimack Valley, Co-Brown, Conant, and I don't know. We can't really see.
Campbell, Milford, and got them all.
Oh, yep. Oh, Sanborn. Sanborn sitting in the second slot.
Yeah, so this should be good.
Should be.
I like the 4x800. I just don't like it where it's placed.
Where it's placed?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
It's just tough because not every team's got all these distance runners. It'd be nice if it was worth a little bit more points too in the state championship, is my feeling. Because you are using up a lot of
valuable. Yeah, I mean, our boys got stung by it last year. They went out they were the returning champs, and they went out to win it. But then again, they were also some of the top guys in the 2 mile, and it ended up biting them in the butt a little bit. And there we go.
Definitely favors a bigger school, a deeper school.
Absolutely. For us, we basically have to use all, just our fastest 2 milers. I mean, in it last year, we had 3 guys. We had 3 guys that were running the 2 mile later in the day.
I always said I'm glad it came along after I was done because
that
the
would
championships that we won in Portsmouth, we would have given away to
Oh, yeah, there we go. And we got Merrimack Valley right to the front, followed by Conant.
Emma York, she looks great. She's a great runner, tall.
Yep.
She's going to, I said last week, she's going to be something.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what else she's running today, but I would think she, they're probably looking to move up in the standings in the 4x8. They certainly aren't here just to race the rest of the field because she's already got a 10-meter lead on second place.
Speaking of 4x8, yesterday the Phillips section of boys flew down a 7:56.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. At their place?
At their place.
At their place. So,
yeah,
I mean, that's –
and
there's only a handful of teams over the years that have done anything like that.
Pinkerton ran like 8:09 yesterday.
Wow. I remember the guys from Merrimack going sub-8 number of times. I think they hold the state record.
Right.
Well, York's lead is only growing. It's now up to 15.
Yeah, she's looking them off nice. She's
Yep.
in the zone.
Looks very smooth. But then again, she looks very smooth anyways.
I think she looks more smooth when she's not running with her other teammates there. I think she comes more into her own. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
not
I'm
chasing.
not saying she softens a bit, but I think when she tends to run her own race, she's a lot better.
I would agree with you for sure. Well, I've seen a couple of times where the Sophias were out in force, and she was more than willing to just kind of lead that next pack, and lots of times she'd bridge right up there too.
Yeah. I mean, Rick, look at that right there. 220.
Yep. Solid.
Very
226,
225. All by herself, and she didn't look like she was really.
I mean, now if she's got more than 10 seconds on the field, it's going to be like almost 15 seconds on the field by handoff. Chase for second has closed up a little bit. We've got Conant, Milford, Co-Brown lined up. Jimmy, I think I handed you the headset that the volume wasn't up on, so I think I was talking to myself for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
good.
because now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you before.
That's good.
I must look wicked smart talking to nobody.
Sometimes I feel like nobody.
Sometimes I think other people that are talking to me are talking to nobody. All right, Merrimack Valley now is right on the back and going past and lapping the tail end of the field. So they're going to have people to chase the rest of the way, which is going to make it easier for their second, third, and fourth runners. Chase for second, strung out Conant, Milford, Coe-Brown. They got a little bit of a gap. Yep. Now they got a little bit gap to Campbell, Bow.
Again, hopefully no one's looking about placing today. They're looking about setting the time.
Yeah.
Next week's
right
when you really worry about the placing.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think in this you've got a couple of teams that are looking to move up in the rankings, because in the 4x8 we only take the top 9, because on a 200-meter track, more than that gets very crazy anyways. Right. And then I think there's also a couple of teams in here that might be looking to the outdoor season, like putting together, recognizing that there's only a handful of teams that are going to come out of D2 when you combine D2 and D3 together, but you might have a D3 team that's looking to run what they'll have for a 4x8 team now, so they get a little bit of experience, and then plan on making the championships in D3 in the spring. All right, Merrimack Valley just moved in front of Campbell's runner, so they're a lap up on them. They just took the handoff at 5:02. So solid running by their second leg too. And another reason that they don't run more than 9 is we've got people coming through for the handoff. People have already handed off, and people that are a lap down on the handoff.
Yeah, it's tough. It gets confusing, especially on a 160 track.
Right. We just had one of the runners finish up and was still in their lane with others coming behind him. So it's definitely a little messy in indoor.
It definitely gets tricky.
Got to give the officials some credit for trying to keep all of this straight as they're, at this point we have runners are on 3 different laps at the same time.
There's nothing worse than being on the receiving end of having to run an extra lap when you shouldn't have to.
Right.
But there's nothing better than getting a lap taken away from you.
Getting a short lap.
Getting a short lap. Well, I've been on both ends of that.
I was going to say, I think that just happened. I saw that and BYU and somebody else just ran 1 lap down before the handoff and got DQ'd, so they were out.
I know I was in a race up in Calgary for a bronze medal. It was on my birthday, and I knew I was in 3rd place. But what happened was there was so many guys on the track. It was so hot, and then we had a South African guy in there that was running, probably like high 28s, low 29s, and just using everybody as a lap counter and get lost in the mix. Yeah. And I had to run an extra lap. So I finished 16th or so. And I swear I knew I was 3rd. By the end of the day, I got my 3rd place, but that was just crazy. To run an extra lap when it's really hot.
And I'm gathering you're not talking 5K when you mentioned 28.
No,
that would be pretty slow.
Yeah,
no,
it was a 10K.
Yeah, pretty easy to lose a lap out of 25 laps.
What they did was they mixed all the 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds together because it was so hot that day. Yeah. They were trying to
shorten the meet.
Shorten it up. And, but I knew who my competitors were, and I knew right where I was to place. I knew I wasn't going to get first, but I knew 3rd was attainable.
Not 16th.
Yeah, no.
All right, we're coming into the next handoff. I see Sophia Reynolds taking the baton, which probably means Sophia Rubinchek is their anchor. Could be. Oh, wait a minute. No. We're coming into the third exchange, 4th runner. There we go. And Sophia Reynolds is off to the races.
She looked good.
Yeah. Took it about 7:45 or so.
I think it's nothing more fun than being in here and being that far up and then start lapping and
chasing.
You feel the whole time, you almost have the acceleration as you're going by people.
Absolutely.
The worst thing is to slow down to their pace.
Yeah.
That's when things are going on.
And at this point, they are now a lap up on everybody.
Right. It's like almost a game of Pac-Man. You see him in front of you, go up, get him, get a little stronger.
I'm looking at the handoff zone, and it appears that the Conant girls, not really sure exactly what's going on, but their other runner just ran
without a stick. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if they took the handoff before the handoff zone.
What is she trying to do?
They certainly got no advance. No, they didn't. So the third leg ran through the exchange zone.
Was she running an extra lap?
She was headed that way, but she hasn't come through, and now the anchor leg has the baton. I didn't notice. She could have come back into the. You're allowed to come back into the exchange zone and hand off, but I'm not sure that's what happened. We'll find out, I guess. I don't know. In looking at this, Conant didn't have a qualifying mark, so I'm not sure if that's what they were trying to do with this or not to get in. But I can tell you, as disappointing as this might end up being for them, it's a lesson learned, you know?
Yeah.
You won't make that mistake again. And certainly when you're running 4x8 outside, it's a lot easier to keep track of your laps because there's only 2.
It definitely gets confusing when there's a team that far out in front.
Yep. Usually you don't find legs interested and willing to run extra laps.
One? Yeah.
They usually know. They might be swearing that they've already run their 5. There we go, 10:26. 10:26.24 for Merrimack Valley.
Yes, that's not a bad.
That's certainly not a bad solo run.
Would that move them up to?
Actually, it doesn't. They already have a 10:18.
Oh, okay.
So Higgins fastest seed time with a 10:06.5 from the Hispanic games. They could be running, you know, when you look at what their seed time is, though they could have run that with Rubincheck. She wasn't in the lineup today.
So Milford second, 10:51.44.
Looks like everybody's finishing now.
So we got Cole Brown third, 11:14.21. Bo, 11:14.82. Campbell, 11:15.40. Conval, 11:16.82. Conant, 11:17.23.
And ninth was 11:27. So Campbell has improved on theirs along with Bo. So it'll be interesting to see what that does in the rankings for the teams that just ran.
Sanborn, 11:55.65.
All right, we're going to have the boys 4x8 coming up. They've got them all queued up at the sprint end of the track. Bringing out lead legs now. We'll wait till they line up so we can give you who you got in what order. All right. Looks like we got Epping, Prospect Mountain, Cody Davis of Lebanon opening up for them. Pembroke, Campbell, Milford, Pelham, Sanborn, and Merrimack Valley. So this is going to be a crowded one.
It's going to be really crowded. Good luck keeping this together.
Yeah, no kidding. Oyster River, Co-Brown, Wyndham, Conant, Portsmouth, Bow, Hanover, Sauhegan, Hollis Brookline are sitting in the top 9 spots so far. Right behind Hollis Brookline, though, is Lebanon, Merrimack Valley, Sanborn. So some of these teams are definitely looking to hop on. Should be pretty interesting race with Cody Davis. Looks to me like he's in trainers anyways. Could be road racing flats though. And I would say he's the fastest individual entrant in this. They're getting their final instructions. Forrest over there on the white flag, letting them know that the timers are ready. Here we go. And as I would have thought, Cody Davis right to the front. Looking over the field.
He had a good season last year. I'm waiting for him to really pop one this year.
Yep.
But he came on at the right time last year.
Exactly. I know the leadoff runner for Milford has been on their 4x8 team, which was reasonably decent, not super fast. For him to be the very back of the field, that means they're out pretty good. But he's opened almost 10 meters right off the bat over Prospect Mountain and Campbell.
Not this year. What's Christina running today? 600.
So 206 pace. So
Yeah. Again, we're looking at a similar thing in the last race where it's a solo effort at the front. However, Lebanon might be going with their greatest horse right there. 'Cause I don't know if anybody else.
no, they got a couple other kids that are decent.
Right. So they might be
He's
just
and I would be doing the exact same thing that they're doing.
Yep. Get out.
Put my fastest guy out front.
Plus, I'm sure he's in another event, so
Yep.
start the recovery as soon as possible. Merrimack Valley rolling in second, Prospect in third, Pelham in fourth, Milford in fifth, Epping in sixth, Sanborn, Campbell, Pembroke. Campbell had been in third just a lap ago, so
Wow.
I'm guessing that guy's not generally an 800-meter runner.
So
Yeah.
212.
Their second leg is not Cody Davis fast.
No. That lead not as big as I thought it was going to be either.
Yeah, no.
Kind of faltered off in that second 400. That's the only problem with leading off with your best guy.
Yeah.
He better.
He better do something
Yeah.
with it. Right now, Merrimack Valley is chewing into it with every stride.
It looked like he got out good and then fell
Yep.
asleep.
Yeah.
Not with the relays doesn't mean there's intangibles there
Yep.
that you got to think about.
Absolutely. And you start swapping in people to try to figure out what you're going to be doing come for the state championships. I mean, a lot of the top teams in Division II have the top times because they've run their top athletes in them.
Yeah.
And they're going to need their top athletes in other events. Co-Brown and Oyster River, I'm sure it's, all of their big dogs that have run those relays, and they're going to need to use them in individual events as well.
Exactly.
And with the 4x8 going first, do you use a guy up in the 4x8 or do you save him for later? And it should be interesting. Right now, Merrimack Valley is past Lebanon. And you got Caleb Korthals of Milford
I
chasing.
think he's going to be in the lead before.
I think he will too. He never looks smooth, but he moves pretty fast.
He works pretty hard.
Yeah.
Once he gets him in his sights, I think he's going to reel these guys in.
We, our middle school program runs against their middle school program a bit, and his little brother, similar form, you know, runs with a lot of heart too. So they'll be good. I think there's a shot they'll end up on the same team. Well, there you go. He's right on the back of him now.
Yeah.
Third legs are getting itchy for the handoff, but there's going to be a change of the lead here. I'm not sure they're aware of it. They're not. There we go. Good. That was looking a little iffy for a minute. The problem with trying to run 4x8 in here, you can't see much of the track when they come around.
Right. Definitely comes up on you quick.
Especially when you've got teams changing their position. I'm guessing maybe there's another heat.
Yeah, there's.
So it looks like most of the top-ranked teams are running relay 2, a little bit different than what the girls did. Sauhegan electing not to because they don't need to. They run fast enough. But I see Bo and Sauhegan over there. Trinity should be able to put together
Decent one.
Decent one.
Yeah. Conan's over there.
Oh, yeah. Conan, you know, they're almost like our crosstown rivals and stuff like that. They've been improving, you know, steadily the last couple of years, and they can put together a really solid 4x8 in Division 3. They don't have many interchangeable parts. In order to do it, they got to run all their top guys. But kid from Sanborn looks hungry.
Yeah, he's chewing on his shirt.
Chewing on his shirt.
I used to have kids in baseball do that. So we would have them keep their head in there instead of pulling their head. We'd have them bite their shirt. But I've never seen that really in running.
I've seen this kid. I've watched him in cross country. He does the same thing in cross country. I just make sure I charge him every season for a uniform because he must chew through it.
Yeah. It's all right. Whatever works, I guess.
I guess. Looks like it might be Merrimack Valley in the front now. This thing keeps accordioning back and forth. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to put the last leg on. They've moved Merrimack Valley to the front.
It's going to be a pretty good race, though, I think.
Mm-hmm. So Merrimack Valley takes the handoff first at 7:02. Lebanon and Milford come in pretty even. That was a tight handoff. Lead runner coming through and then handoff right in front of him. This is, for a lot of these guys, I think this might have been their first 800.
Right. Yeah.
It was coming off.
You don't know where.
gassed.
Yeah.
Pretty gassed.
Yeah, you can run a 400.
Yeah, it's just twice as far.
Yeah.
And Epping just went around Merrimack Valley, but I have no idea whether or not they're on the same lap.
Nope.
Nope, they're one lap down?
Yep.
If I was Merrimack Valley, I'd be happy for that then. These are definitely some pretty big boys running 4x8.
Hope they got that right.
What did you say? Phillips Exeter ran 7:56
yesterday.
they would have been done for about 40 seconds by now.
Yeah.
That's fast.
It really is. I didn't realize they had 4. I knew they had 2 good guys.
Right.
But
was Coogan one of those legs?
Yep. Yeah. Cougar, Varun Auberai, Chin, and I'm forgetting the 4th kid. But they got a 55-foot thrower.
Wow.
They got a hurdler that gave Cellini a run for his money. They got a stud team. They got probably a team that could win the state championship this year. Or, give Pinkerton a run for their money. I'm not so sure they'd win.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, you can put Coogan in 3 events, and he's going to place in 3 events.
That's right.
And the Varun kid's going to place in 3 events.
Yep.
So those points add up. So they would definitely give any New Hampshire team a run for their money. 55 feet throwing is 5 feet better than anybody else.
Anybody else. That's out there.
They got a really good long jumper, good hurdler. So they've got all the.
All right, in this first section, Merrimack Valley takes it 9:18.95. Milford 9:25.69. Lebanon 9:25.97. Prospect 9:38.43. Pelham 9:41.08. Epping 9:54.13. What was our top girls' time?
Sanborn 10:02.
10:02.
They were 10:27.
10:27. Yep. It looks like all the boys got in before all the girls, but it was pretty tight.
I'll tell you what, Central had a girls' team one year running 8:59 or something like that, 8:50 something.
Ridiculous. All right, they're bringing out the second sections. These are the big dogs. I see Winnisquam out there. Last year they put together a team that won D3s.
But if you decide, if you're a team that's not going to win a state championship,
right,
you can put together a 4x800 that can win a state championship.
You could. I mean, you have to have some guys that can run it, but yeah, you definitely could, because they can go all in a way that the other teams just can't afford to do.
And then there's some teams that every year, like Keene, they always put up a team that's going to be right there to do it.
So we got Co-Brown, Winnisquam, Bow, Conval, Hanover, Conant, Sauhegan, and Trinity.
It'd be interesting to see who really has, if you put the 4 best guys out there.
Right.
Who, on any given day, you put the 4 best guys out there, what team's the best in the state?
Yep.
The 4 best 800 guys.
But you pretty much never see that.
No.
I guess, like, we put our best team out there at Meet of Champions and stuff like that, because that's been their only event. But that's pretty tough to do.
But in history, I guarantee there's a team that could have run in the 740s.
Yeah.
That you could have put together. The Sauhegan team is pretty good.
Yep.
If you put all those Central guys when they were, a 412, 415, 416 guys together, I think they would have had a good one. Or even was Paulson and Hall went 1-2 in the New Englands.
Absolutely.
That year.
I'm trying to look over the various lineups. And Co-Brown, that's not their strongest 4x8 team, but they've got probably more depth than almost everybody in Division 2.
Yeah, they should be pretty competitive with it.
And they're out front right off the bat. I'm looking through it, though. Winnisquam's got all their best guys. Bow has all their best guys. Co-Brown's well out.
See if he can hold on. But looks pretty strong.
It looks, looks like he's lifted a weight or two before, too.
So he's coming through.
They are starting to catch him, but they look like they're working like crazy. What was the lead? 2:12 in the last race?
Yeah.
And they are closing him up, but he's in a good position to hold his spot. He's made them chase him the whole way. Let the Bo kid slide right through the inside. I'm not sure why he did that.
Yeah, Bo should have a pretty decent team.
Yep.
But Cole Brown kid's just
Wow,
latching right back
he
in
should
there.
have. He should have just latched. He's trying to go around him.
Yeah. I think I'd just stay right in second place.
Second place,
Make my
handoff,
move.
even.
Yep, make my move the next. Make my move like right here,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Or even just ride him. And,
Yeah.
I mean, you hand off even, that's not too bad.
No.
You don't want to fall back through the lineup. And they are rolling hard on second place right now. Second and first, but first is out enough.
So they ran decent split though.
Yep. 210.
210. 212. So he only fell off a little bit because he was on 210 pace to start off with. So. Right now we're looking at 840 then. So.
Yeah. And in the lineup so far, Cole Brown has a faster time than that. Conan. Bo has an 8:49, so they're ahead of their schedule right now.
And Cole Brown closes with their two best guys, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
Conval's not listed, so they're definitely looking to try to put up a time that'll get them
To
there.
get him there.
They're going to have to finish like top 3 if they're going to do that, though. No, they're sitting in 4th, so they might be there. Be interesting to see what Wyndham elects to do, because they, in order to run what they've run, they're going to have to run their big dogs.
Right.
And are they going to use Rohan and the other guy in
Yeah,
that? I don't know that I would.
I mean, they were in the hunt to win a title, so
Yeah?
they're going to have to sit down and do some math.
Yeah.
And you really do got to do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at it at all, but you do have to kind of figure out where you want to make your
I'll tell you
battles.
I'll tell you who's good at it. The Portsmouth coaches are definitely good at finding
yes, they
finding the holes where no one else is good at.
Right.
And filling it with a good athlete. And that little way of doing things is won them a lot of state titles.
Yep. So we've got Bo out in the lead. It had been Cole Brown in second. but
Cole
they
Brown has dropped way back.
way off.
But they'll come back on these next
Yep.
two legs.
So Bo takes it at 425 with Conant not far behind him.
It's way too big of a hole for Cole Brown right now, but they'll get some back.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to get it all back.
So Conant's making inroads on Bo right now, and that's probably, you're probably looking at their best 800-meter guy right there, Ethan Vitalo. He doubled in soccer and cross country last year. I think he finished 5th or 6th in cross country, and he's a true stud. I've been trying to convince him that I don't know why I'm convincing the opposition to come out for cross country only, but he was also an all-star in soccer. He's just a great all-around athlete.
Cole Brown was 12 seconds down, so they'll chop into it, but they're not going to get a lot of it back on one guy. He's looking around.
Kid from Bo just looked over his shoulder. That's not a great sign.
No. Again, he just looked over again.
He's got one more lap to go.
Decent looking runner, though.
Yep. And Conan hasn't made up any ground on him in that lap, so.
So a 3-second lead right now.
right at the 6-minute mark. Oh, and he's got one more. I was wrong. So they come through about 6:30. They'd be right around 8:40. You know, from an even running. We'll see. They're not gonna come through in 6:30. They're going to hand off with somebody in view to chase, though. 6:33. 6:30, yeah, a little less than 3 seconds. Robert Dillon just handed off to Riley Mann. That's their top two guys. So they're going reverse order in Winnisquam.
Yeah, so it's a two-man race. Because Cole Brown's back 17 seconds. They lost 5 seconds on that one. So this ought to be a good one, though.
It
the way
is.
These guys are battling.
It is. Conan's trying to make the move. I think at this point I would ride for a little bit and then make a hard pass a little bit further in, but what do I know? Everybody's handed off now. Lapping traffic there at the front.
Who's this kid closing for Bo?
I'm not really sure, no.
But he looks strong.
Yep, he does. He looks like actually the smoothest of them all.
Yeah, he does.
And he's starting to open a little bit of a gap on Conan.
He looks like a runner.
Yep. I think they all fancy themselves as one, but he looks the part.
Yeah. Conan kid doesn't look too bad.
Nope. No, I mean, he had a meet the other day where he ran the 3K and the 300, and he's pretty quick in the 300 too. But I think he went out hard to try to catch the front. That's the thing you need to catch the front by the end, and I think on a track this small, sometimes you want to get it all right away. Yeah. That puts the sting in your legs pretty heavily. Here comes Bo. It'll be about 8:40.
Yeah. So they held consistent. Started right off at 8:40, stayed at 8:40.
Conant improved themselves a couple of seconds.
So Bo took that at 8:39.78. Conant 8:44.99 for second place.
Bo improved by 10 seconds.
Winnisquam 8:59.91. Third place. Fourth place, Conval, 9:03.98. Cole Brown, 9:05.07.
Wyndham might have just run themselves into the championships. Ninth place.
9:17 for Hanover.
Had been
9:18
9:12.
for Sohegan. Winnisquam, you mean? Might have.
Might have. They weren't on the list.
Yeah.
So Bo and Conant were already there. So I think Winnisquam just ran themselves into the championships. That would make them happy.
Yeah. Bo could be a good spoiler. I mean, they're decent.
Yep. And, you know, we're looking at Oyster River having the top seed at 8:14, but that would have been with
all this
Carrico.
They can't use them all.
Yeah, they can't use them all. Or if they do, they're only coming home with a 4x8.
You're giving away a 3,000-meter 8:56 guy. You just won't do that.
I don't know
if
how
you
they do that.
Start looking for a new coaching job. I'm telling you right now, you don't sacrifice. Because there's enough kids at Oyster River that are fast.
Yes, there are.
You can put together a placing 4x800.
Right.
If you're in for a state championship, you're in for a state championship.
Wow, and they're going to need O'Brien in the 3K and the 15.
You can't get selfish on yourself, because I've seen that over the years where some teams have gotten a little selfish, let kids get a little selfish, and they could have won state championships.
I think lots of times, too, sometimes what you see is coaches or maybe even athletes look at the rankings and think the rankings are what's real.
Right.
You know, just after last week's race, Landon improved his 1,000 by a lot because he was in the race with Jack Taylor and, well, who's the other guy?
Oh, last week?
Last week it was Taylor, and they were flying anyways. But he was in,
Oh, Keen.
yeah. Kindop.
Yep.
So he was in that race, and they towed him. He was never in contention in that race whatsoever. But he got dragged around real nicely by some D1 guys that are 1,000-meter guys,
Right.
and he's looking at the standings, and in the standings he's like third. He's like, oh, maybe I should run the 1,000. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not.
No.
Those are the rankings, but that's not the way it's going to get
Right.
run. So, oh, look at that. Beautiful shot of Forrest.
Take a picture of that,
Take a picture.
save it, put
Save
it down on your solid, scare the rats away. Like Curran.
Yeah.
If Curran wants to, he can step into the 3,000 and he will win it again because he can outkick everybody. He can make the same move he
field.
did last year. But if I was his coach and you're going for a state championship, which I don't think they can win, I think Pinkerton is a lock.
Right.
He'd come back in the 1,000, but he ain't winning the 1,000.
Not
if Taylor comes in fresh.
Right. And Taylor's not running the 3K.
Right.
We know that.
But he could probably still get 8 or 6 points in the 1,000.
Yep.
Come back
And
in the
then
1,500.
he might win.
And he gets tactical.
Yep.
He'd come back and win it.
Well, and who's going to sit their guys and not use them and save them for the 1,500 only?
Right.
I mean, if you're like Colin Donnelly, he's going to run the 3K.
Right.
No? Is he going to be in the 1,500? Probably.
Kearns may sit and run the 1,500 from Concord.
Right.
And he's pretty good.
Right.
So he could sneak a win there. But guess what happens? It'll probably get tactical.
Oh, absolutely. All right, and the girls 55 seeded. Winning that section is Allen of Campbell, 9.73. Ramsey of Guilford in second, 9.79. Syed of Belmont, 10.10. White of Pembroke, 10.56. And Watson of Fall Mountain, 10.57.
Tori Allen, 9.73. She's
Allen's
good.
sister.
Yep.
Holy. All right, in the second heat, we've got
Fenstermacher. Epping. Eduk Polo of Trinity. Cawthron of Pelham. La Chapelle of Sanborn. Moore of Newmarket. And Markalik of Winnisquam.
They're testing our
oh, yeah, I know.
vowels.
Fenstermacher.
Skill with vowels.
I like that.
Fenstermacher. What do you think, Austrian?
Yeah, I do. Something like that.
Something like that. It looks like La Chapelle, though Cawthron of Pelham was
Pelham pulled it out. Yep. So Cawthron of Pelham, 9.55. La Chapelle of Sanborn, 9.59. Moore of Newmarket, 10.11. Eduk Polo of Trinity, 10.20. Fenstermacher of Epping, 10.63. Marklick of Winnisquam, 10.69. So pretty decent.
Yeah.
9.55.
You can see that there's another section coming as they're getting into their blocks. We've got Hodge of Merrimack Valley, Trummel of Hanover, Snyder of Epping, Cochran of Kearsarge, Wall of Pembroke, and Creer of Pelham. I got the easy one. Maybe it's Trumel. Snyder of Epping was in the lead on that one.
Yeah, Epping's starting to put together some pretty good teams.
They are.
Some good athletes. So Snyder of Epping, 9.59. Cochran of Kearsarge, 10.15. Trammell of Hanover, 10.27. Wall of Pembroke, 10.70. Career Pelham, 10.74. Hodge of Merrimack Valley, 10.84.
I can tell you when we're coming back from either Sanborn or UNH, often we stop at the Epping Market Basket. Best market basket I've ever been to.
Epping Market
Oh,
Basket.
yeah, they've
Great
got
sandwiches.
Yep. They've got their own. They've got their own bakery in there, pizza.
Girl just gave me one. Said they were over here.
Batteries are high. That's it.
Oh, wow.
He couldn't find it.
Yes. Market Basket Epping, awesome. Best sandwiches going. I don't want to say it because I don't want everybody to jump on it. But steak and cheese, mushrooms, peppers, it's the best.
The
It
best.
really is. I got to stay away from there, though.
All right, they're going through the results and pulling out the final, and they're bringing them back so they don't have to adjust any of the hurdles or anything like that. I didn't see where the plan off, but we ran through. All right, here we go.
Do you have the results there?
So we got Ramsey of Guilford, Allen of Campbell, Cawthorn of Pelham, Snyder of Epping, La Chapelle of Sanborn, and Syed of Belmont in the final.
Well, they're getting their block set. See them through that graphic. Landon likes indoor because he gets to, he looks at it as an opportunity to try all the events.
Yeah.
And the footage that I got of him hurdling, he made sure he was going over the barriers by about 2 feet. He might have been the fastest guy in his heat in between the hurdles, but definitely not combined. And we're off.
It's like Snyder.
Yeah, it looks like Snyder. La Chapelle of Sanborn was next, but we'll see how that finishes.
So Snyder of Epping, 9.43. Allen of Campbell, 9.45. So really close.
Yeah.
Cawthorn of Pelham, 9.46. Syed of Belmont, 9.59. La Chapelle, 9.66. Rams of Guilford, 9.88. Those are good quality
They are. Yep.
race for those girls.
All right, they're adjusting the hurdles, moving them up, moving them back for the guys. I would assume we'll see some good racing here. Don't really know how people did their entries and stuff like that, but there's some top of D2s. There's some pretty good hurdlers.
Did Snyder move up much with that 9.43? You know?
You're asking me, but now I've got to.
Yeah, let's see. See what we got.
Snyder 941.
So stayed
So
the same.
stayed the
basically.
same.
Tori Allen's at 9.34 going in. So
Yep.
Cawthorn of Pelham, where does she stand? She moved up a little bit.
Yeah.
9.46.
Syed moves up. She was 975. All right, appears in our first heat. We got Dupuis, Eli, and Galvin, Bishop Brady. I'm willing to call this one. I
Yeah.
think we got Eli.
Yeah, he's going to take it.
He's very good. Doesn't look like there's many entries in the
No,
boys'
wonder why
hurdles.
not.
I don't know. This is something I think a week beforehand you'd want to be practicing, just the mechanics of it.
Right.
And they're off.
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, hiya.
So Eli of Pelham, 806. Galvin of Bishop Brady, 867. Dupuy of Pembroke, 88.
That doesn't move any of them up.
No, they've run a lot faster.
Yeah. Be interesting to, well, Eli ran at Dartmouth. Galvin at Plymouth. So I've been hearing that Phillips Exeter's super fast. We haven't been. Coming up in the second section, we got Cruz of Manchester West, Adams of Hollis Brookline, Lord of Fall Mountain, and Hayes of Kennett.
I've looked through the window a few times.
Yeah?
When I go over there and run, I peek through the window. Door's always locked.
They don't let you in?
It looks fast.
Yeah. I always figured if I hit it big, I'd probably, instead of an outdoor track, I like our dirt track, I'd probably put it in.
They had the indoor dirt track there. Did you ever run there?
No.
I loved it.
Yeah?
It was almost like a square track, but.
All right. Adams of Hollis Brookline's out front. Looks like he finishes that way.
Yeah, it was kind of neat to run a 3,000 in there, but it was so it was like this size that they're in right now. It was really small.
That heat we had Adams of Hollis Brookline 830, Lord of Fall Mountain 877, Cruz of Manchester West 891, and Hayes of Kennett 9.31.
And they had a track above, like
one of the
above
suspended tracks.
Yeah, it was kind of they called it the cage, I guess. It was pretty neat.
Well, back in the days, I mean, they, even Madison Square Garden, stuff like that, the wooden track.
Yeah.
Eamon Coughlin being the chairman of the board and winning.
I went to some of those races down there back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was kind of neat to see that wooden track.
I went to one, and just listening was, I mean, it was like a wooden rumble as they came around and everything. All right, we had 3 in the first heat, 4 in the second heat, 1 elimination. So we've got Dupuy of Pembroke, Galvin of Bishop Brady, Eli of Pelham, Adams of Hollis Brookline, Lord of Fall Mountain, and Cruz of Manchester West.
Only one guy get kicked off the island.
Survivor. Survivor, UNH. Paul Sweet. These guys are taking their time because some of them just finished.
Right.
They don't even have an extra heat to relax through. Girls, they had a whole extra heat at least. Forrest has given them the all clear sign. Looks like UNH has found something he can do.
Yep. Run a flag. A white flag. I surrender.
I surrender. We're brutal.
Who are you picking tonight to win the game?
I don't
care.
Yeah. I mean, even when it's been the Patriots in the playoffs, I really don't care. I am going to do something that's fairly non-traditional. I'm actually going to watch a little bit of the game. I'm head over to buddies of mine.
I think the last 4 years I've kind of missed mostly.
Yeah.
Last year I watched the game like maybe 40 minutes. I fast-forwarded the whole year. The year before that I got stuck at a hotel in Lebanon because snow was coming down
like
so
crazy.
bad.
I ended up making it home that night, but that was insane.
The roads were absolutely crazy. I said, I'm pulling off here. I'm getting a hotel room.
Yeah, it took me more than 2 hours to get home.
Eli.
He looks really good.
Yeah, he does. There you go.
He is
Under-
really the
under
only
8.
one that's not jumping the hurdle.
So Eli, 7.97. Adams, Hollis, Brookline, 8.28. Dupuy of Pembroke, 8.62. Galvin of Bishop Brady, 8.69. Cruz of Manchester, 9.13. And Lord of Fall Mountain, 9.31.
All right, they're removing the hurdles so we can run the dash. I always get a kick out of the dash, not necessarily, into the season this way, but more towards the beginning when you've got some of the guys that are freshmen coming in, and lots of times they're in the dash because there's just not another spot for them. And it's always funny. You watch the top guys; they're going so fast. They get down to the far end, and they, run into the wall where it's all padded. And then I've seen guys that make sure that they put a finishing kick through the finish line so that they can slam into the wall.
Yeah, slam into the wall.
I'm not really sure why that makes it fun, but all right. In the girls' seated section of the 55 dash, we got Magnifico of Campbell, Fraser of Guilford, Smoker of Plymouth.
I think they have the
Chirichella.
N in the wrong place.
Maybe.
It should be Magnifico.
It should be.
Yeah.
Smoker of Plymouth, Chirichella of Monadnock, Rondo of Pembroke, and Day of Belmont.
So Magnifico.
Magnifico. Manja. I'm going to watch this one because the Chirichella from Monadnock is my daughter's art teacher's daughter. Yeah, she's leading too.
Yeah, she looked good.
Yep. Looks like she got there first.
So
Chirichella.
Chirichella, Monadnock, 7.95. Fraser of Guilford, 8 flat. Rondo of Pembroke, 8.05. Smoker of Plymouth, 8.10. Day of Belmont, 8.20. Magnifico, Campbell, 8.29. She's what now? Your art teacher's daughter?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, not my art teacher. My daughter's art teacher's daughter.
But she goes to Monadnock? Oh, because
He teaches. He
teaches in Monadnock.
No, he teaches in New Ipswich.
New Ipswich.
Right.
Oh, but they live in
Monadnock.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up in the next section, Hemmerdinger of Pelham, Fraser of Guilford, Snyder of Epping, Noyes of Souhegan, Edgren of Belmont, and Medore of Newmarket. Any you want to bet on Snyder from Epping being the same Snyder that was in the hurdles?
Yeah,
I think that's probably true. Hemmerdinger. I remember her from last week.
Yep.
And it looks like
Tell you
Snyder.
what, Snyder's a stud.
Yeah. She's going to stay out, too.
Snyder from Epping, 7.86. Noyes of Souhegan, 8.01. Fraser of Guilford, 8.05. Medore of Newmarket, 8.18. Hemmerdinger of Pelham, 8.35. And Edgren of Belmont, 8.44. Yeah, Snyder's tough. Good athlete.
Yeah, I mean, she looked great there. And, I mean, she ran the 2 sets of the hurdles back to back. All right, in this next section, Onyango of Hanover, Winslow of Belmont, Dahlinger of Pelham, Cochran of Kearsarge, and Igabrode of Fall Mountain.
Well, it's like a couple distance runners. Yeah, she's up to 180 yards.
Yeah, she's
Not even.
Not
It's
even.
55.
yeah.
So Dellinger of Pelham, 7.71. Cochran of Kearsarge, 7.99. Winslow of Belmont, 8.07. And Igabro of Fall Mountain, 8.11. Onyango of Hanover is 8.31.
Landon's running the 15 today, so he's not actually even here yet, but supposed to be getting here any minute. One of the things that I noticed was going on as I was coming through Bedford, Millennium was putting on a big race, so I don't know what kind of traffic they might have from that. But he's got plenty of time. All right, section 1 of the boys, Wade of Kingswood, Eli of Pelham coming back, Rodriguez of Manchester West, Davis of Kearsarge, and May of Pembroke.
This should be good. We had West. Remember, he was the freshman last week. I spoke of. He's pretty tough.
Davis of Kearsarge. I know they got a guy, J.J. Davis, that's pretty good. I'm not sure if that's him, but he was in the 100 and I think the 400 last year during outdoor.
Yeah. You remember J.J. Walker? Remember him?
J.J. Walker?
Yeah.
Dynamite! Dynamite! I wasn't sure if there was another J.J. Walker.
Only one J.J. Walker.
I remember that.
Skinny. I remember how skinny he was.
Oh, my Lord.
What if he's still around? What he's doing?
Probably less skinny.
Ooh, good race.
Yes, very good race.
Kid from West.
Kid from West. Looks
Rodriguez.
like might have been Davis. And if it is Davis, that is the kid.
So Rodriguez of Manchester, 6.90. Davis of Kearsarge, 7 flat. May of Pembroke, 7.01. Eli of Pelham, 7.07. Wade of Kingswood, 7.16.
Ellie of Pelham, does he run faster when you put barriers in front of him?
I think he does.
I think he does. Throws off his rhythm when you don't.
Yeah, no, I think he's got great form.
Mm-hmm.
There are those guys that are like that.
Absolutely. All right, the second section, Mathau of Belmont, Kennedy of Hollis Brookline, Sean Lauber of White Mountain, Lovely of Newport, and Tilton of Newmarket. There's 2 brothers from Newport.
Ryder and Jagger.
Jagger.
I know, Newport's got a good little deal going there right now.
They do.
I've been watching that. Are they twins?
I don't think
brothers?
so. I think they're brothers. But they might have what it takes in D3. Wow, Sean Lauber way out front, but he.
So Sean Lauber, White Mountain, 6.96. Tilton of Newmarket, 7.09. Lovely of Newport, 7.09. Mathau of Belmont, 7.14. Kennedy Hollis Brookline, 7.14. So what lovely was that? Ryder or Jagger?
I don't know. They're both lovely, so it's hard to tell. To be honest, we don't see Newport hardly at all, except for postseason and stuff. So
now, is there any Stevens team anymore? Any runners
there
from
is.
Stevens?
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing. I don't know if they do indoor or not.
No,
but they are around in.
They were a powerhouse for a while, and then it just kind of fell off.
I mean, Claremont has gone through all kinds of changes.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. All right, Section 3, we've got Hill from Kennett, Tebow of Trinity, Curtin of Hollis Brookline, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Perry of Goffstown, and St. Jean of Sanborn. That looked like Curtin of Hollis Brookline, though he might not have gotten the line first.
Curtin, Hollis Brookline, 6.90. Bayless, Merrimack Valley, 6.90. Tebow, Trinity, 7.02. Perry of Goffstown, 7.05. Hill of Kennett, 7.11. St. Jean of Sanborn Regional, 7.52. So it's going to be a pretty good finals here.
Yeah, well, that top 5 is real solid. The fastest time out of the first heat was 6.9.
Yep.
So those 3 will move on for sure. Then at 3 and 4 of the next fastest times, I think. Oh, we had a 7.0 in the first heat.
Right. Yeah, so it should make a good one.
Yeah. The girls are getting in their blocks, so I'll give you the lineup as soon as we got it. Looks like they got all the girls down there. We're just waiting, I think, for some of the guys to get down there so that they can stand on the blocks. I'm watching Chloe Trudell pull tape for shot put.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, she's pretty short. She doesn't have to bend down as much as I would to do it. She looked pretty good at it, too. Knew what she was doing, pull it through the back of the circle.
Yep. It's good when everybody chips in.
It is. I think it's good for the different events to learn. You know, she's not going to go out and learn how to shot put.
No.
Shot put probably weighs more than she does.
Right.
But it's good for them to know what the other people go through. All right, in the finals, we got Fraser of Guilford, Chiricella of Monadnock, Dollinger of Pelham, Snyder of Epping, Cochran of Kearsarge, and Noyes of Sauhegan.
When I was in high school, I hung out mostly, and college, I always mostly hung out with
The throwers?
the throwers,
Yep.
javelin throwers, shot putters. I don't know, I just kind of gravitated to them. Spent so much time with long distance runners training.
Right.
Pelham. So Dollinger of Pelham, 7.67. Snyder of Epping, 7.87. Fraser of Guilford, 7.96. Noyes of Sauhegan, 8.03. Chiricella of Monadnock, 8.08. Cochran of Kearsarge, 8.08.
Pretty solid. I know I had a kid that won the state championships in shot put and disc, and he'd come out and hang out by the fence in the 2 mile because he's just like, I don't know how these guys do that.
You get appreciation for
You do, yeah,
both
absolutely.
things.
He was a funny kid. I mean, he was a great basketball player. He plays soccer, but in track he high jumped, threw shot put, and discus, and he was a 6'2", 6'3" high jumper.
Wow.
A big guy, just all power. So he made meet of champions in high jump, discus, and shot put. Elected to do shot put and high jump. This was when it was at Dover, actually, and it was rainy. He was a power jumper, so he was having a heck of a time trying to jump. With, the apron was all wet, but he was by far the biggest, the bulkiest high jumper that was out there. And then turned around and did shot put, and he was the smallest shot putter there was. But he was like 6'3", he could dunk. Great kid. Coming up in the boys' finals, we've got Davis of Kearsarge, Sean Lauber of White Mountain, Rodriguez of West, Curtin of Hollis Brookline, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, and May of Pembroke.
Should be a good race right here.
Those times were tight.
Yep.
Basically 0.15 of a second separating.
Yep.
A lot.
This kid starts way back, huh?
Way back. I can high five him from where I'm standing. I'd be exhausted by the time I got to the mat. Whoops. Just did his run up. He's got to do it
He
again.
just did his 55.
Yeah. All right, there. Awaiting. Getting in the blocks.
Who are you picking on this one?
Rodriguez would be, I think it'd be silly to bet against him, but anybody's race, really.
Really it is. I'm going to go with a big kid, Curtin.
Yeah. Sean Lauber looked good in his section.
He did.
He was in the first heat.
Was
I
he
think,
actually
went
the big one?
6'9". Yeah. He's a pole vaulter.
Ooh, tight one.
That's very tight, those top
I think you're
three.
right, though. I think
No.
Sean Lauber.
I
No?
don't know. I think it might have been Hollis Brookline. Curtin, you're right. That's who you picked.
Yep, Curtin.
Whether you intended
Wow.
to or not.
Curtin, Hollis Brookline, 6.80. Rodriguez, Manchester, 6.85. Bayless of Merrimack Valley, 6.87. Sean Lauber of White Mountain, 6.98. May of Pembroke, 7.02. Davis Kearsarge, 7.04.
So Curtin of Hollis Brookline just ran
Yeah.
a tenth of a second faster than anybody did in the qualifying round.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to do
Where did
it.
that stack him up?
Um,
He probably had, I mean, you're not, no spikes in here, so I'm
right.
not so sure it's going to.
He is a 6.78 from Plymouth.
So pretty good then.
Yep. Yep. Rodriguez is the top seed coming out of Dartmouth Relays, a 6.76. Kyle Doucette of Hanover.
So good quality times that he just put up there.
Yep.
That's the thing.
What about him? He's the top seed going into next week right now. But he's second today. All right, coming up in the girls' 1,000, we've got Gendel of Portsmouth Christian, Rodale of Milford, Halloran of Milford, Considine of Merrimack Valley, Whitnell of Campbell, Carpenter of Kingswood, and Kimball of Merrimack Valley.
So the K silent on that, huh?
Yeah, I've said it a bazillion times the incorrect way.
Huh.
Who knows? I'm probably
I was
saying
thinking about the K the other day. I was driving somewhere, and I was thinking about the K being silent. Like, it's like, where did it come from?
Yeah, how did that become the way? All right, they're up to the line.
I would have said Yendel,
Maybe it is.
but I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't know how the K works with the J.
I'm watching some guys walking down the. Oh yeah, nice collision there. Somebody at long jump, stepping out into lane one. Well, nice little elbow toss going on. All right, Gendel and Rodale shoulder to shoulder right now. Making some separation between third and fourth. There was another. This is Lily Gendel. They had another sister graduate last year, Delaney Gendel, and they ended up. They did pretty decent in the mid-distance events. The older sister was definitely a little bit bigger and ran cross country, and it took her most of the season to really get, but she still ran solid. Always. They're still rolling 1-2 at the moment. I suppose there is a reason that they're seated that way, right? Two laps to go, and Gendel leading Rodale. Rodale.
Your favorite movie, Yentl? Remember that? Remember Yentl?
Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, wow.
I don't remember any of the movie.
I don't
think
either.
I saw
I never watched it either, but I'm just surprised you knew that one. That's
Why?
a good one. I don't know. It's just
I'm basically a cesspool of useless information.
yeah, I'm same way.
There we go. Gendel has stretched it out a little bit. There's about 5 meters separating her and Rodale. And while neither of them looked like they were enjoying that they had one lap to go, they both looked like they were going to be able to stay out. Gendel is now actually lapping runners, so that's helping. She got him right before the corner.
Hey, what? She's not a bad runner, though.
No, she's not. No, and I think this spring you're going to see Portsmouth Christian break the Division III 4x8 record.
Gendel takes that 316.75. Rodale of Milford 321.09. Carpenter of Kingswood 325.65. Whitnell of Campbell 327.46. Considine of Merrimack Valley 327.65.
Both Gendel and Rodale's times are improvements for them.
Good. Holleran and Milford 351.53. And Kimball of Merrimack Valley is going to be 402.10.
That puts them just outside the top 12 that move on, but there's just definitely going to be some shaking. I like to think if you're in the top 15, you stand a chance in almost all
especially
the
in the
events.
1,000.
In the 1,000.
Way it sets up.
Yeah. All right, we have a burner here. We got Doobie of Kearsarge, Malone of Portsmouth Christian, O'Connor of Cole Brown, Reynolds of Merrimack Valley, Primer of Sauhegan, Catalina of Hollis Brookline, Lane of Wilton Lineborough.
So I just talked to her. Pronunciation?
Yep.
Schendel.
Schendel.
Like
Holy
SH.
smokes. That is.
I wouldn't have guessed that one.
We would have been wrong 3 different ways. Doobie out to the front, but it doesn't look that fast. They definitely are fairly bunched up.
I tell you what, it's going to make it to being a really, really good race.
Well, it's going to be a fast finish. It's just going to keep cranking up. O'Connor's running right on the shoulder of Doobie. Reynolds elbowing her way in with Malone, not in a move to the outside.
I would have liked to throw a little Liza Kors in it.
Oh,
This would have
been going about 3
a lot
seconds
faster.
faster. 4 of them.
Because I think Doobie can sleep on these girls, but you can't sleep on Corso.
No, and she knows that now too. There we go, O'Connor, shoulder to shoulder. Brianna Malone tucked in behind him. Sophia Reynolds right there.
Good race.
And Sauhegan's Marshall Primer working her way back to that front pack. Some of those girls in the front pack might have to pay attention because they might get caught from behind.
Oh, Maya Doobie down.
Why is Malone?
I don't know. She's worried about her, I guess.
Now she's right back in it. O'Connor, Brianna Malone moved back into it. Malone was not on the track for a while. I don't know how many strides she took off it, and I don't know if there was anybody that was paying attention, but she's now challenging for the front. Got Reynolds in third.
See if Maya Doobie can get herself back into this, but
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't
I
look
don't
like
think
it.
so. It doesn't look like it. They're saying 2 laps to go. She'd have to start flying. And I'm not, I don't know. I didn't get to see exactly what happened there. I mean, they were very tight. And by keeping it that tight, this is what can happen. I would think that I would have wanted to get clear of that field and not have them nipping at my feet. But
Well, it's going to be a good race right here, though.
Malone is only seated 2 seconds behind Doobie on battle notes.
Oh, Malone's making a big move.
Big move. And that's after being caught up in that and slowing down.
Right,
She's
looking
slowed
around.
down, looking around. She's going to win this.
Wow.
Time's not bad either, considering
Yep.
the bumping and grinding that happened.
So Malone takes that 3:10.66. O'Connor, Cole Brown 3:12.35. Reynolds 3:15.37. Doobie 3:15.57. Primer 3:18.16. Lane, Wilton Lineborough 3:19.27. Catalina of Hollis Brookline 3:26.22. I'll tell you something. Malone's pretty tough.
I would, yeah. Well, she trains with Liza Corzo. That can't hurt. All right, in this one, boys, section 1, we've got Mackey of Cole Brown, Kasich of Cole Brown, Mann of Winnisquam, Stalker of Sanborn, Bonner of Hanover, Scopolites of Campbell, Dubois of Cole Brown, and Scopolites again of Campbell. Must be running 2,000 meters. No, they got Trevor and Tyler Scopolites. Those guys can be scary. 2 years ago in Cross, they ran out of their minds. And we ended up winning by 2 points, but we were losing with 180 to go. I think you were calling that.
Yeah.
Upset City.
You won all the little battles
We
right
did.
there down the end, and that's what did it.
I had to give a lot of credit for my guys doing it, but Campbell really, I mean, they went out and did exactly what you needed to do. We got lucky in many ways. Dawson Dubois to the front. And I know last week he got kind of carried away with the Jack Taylor, Aiden Kindop thing, and I know he's looking to get a better time than that. So
yeah, and he's been sick.
He's leaving nothing to chance right now.
Tell you what, Wyatt Mackey's sitting in a pretty good position.
Wyatt
too.
Mackey, I went up to him today. I said, it's nice to see that you've been running well this season. I said, I'm not sure why you decided not to do much in cross country. So you must have realized they didn't need you yet.
Yeah. He's sneaky good.
I was going to say, I wouldn't want
one
one lap to go with him.
No, when he's on his game, he's great.
He's right there on the shoulder of Stock.
Oh, yeah.
Just made a solid move
sitting,
to go around.
He's sitting where he could make a really good move. We'll just see if he's got what it takes to do it when it's time.
Dubois can roll.
Bonner's sneaking up too.
Yep.
Man over.
Right now you got 3 Cole Brown guys in a row. 2 laps to go. Luke Kasich looks a little out of his element, but looks darn good. I love watching distance runners go really fast.
Well, comes the tough thing. Luke's as tough as any kid.
Absolutely.
Takes after his mother, I guess.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Oh, Luke's right there.
He is right there. There they go.
Come on, Mackey. I think he might surprise him.
Yep.
Nope. Dawson looks like he may hold on.
Luke looks really tight
Luke
right
does.
there. He's coming up on his shoulder. He just might get
He's
Dawson.
in the driver's seat.
He's in the driver's seat. I like that.
Dawson,
side by side. Dawson just legs him out. Yeah. That was a good run.
Good run.
Real good run.
Well, it's not easy to lead wire to wire.
No, it isn't.
So Dawson Dubois, 250.53.
240.
Yeah, 240.53. Kasich of Cole Brown, 240.64. Mackey of Cole Brown, 240.246. Bonner of Hanover, 4th place. Let's see, 242.96. Scope lights of Campbell, 244.87. Stalker, Sanborn Regional. Wow, I'm just going back and forth.
That puts Dubois into 3rd. He was ranked prior to that, way down in 20th. So they got exactly what they were looking out of that. I don't really see the likelihood that Luke's going to run the 1,000 because they're going to have him in the 3K and back in the 15.
Right.
But I think they're going to want to put Dawson in the 1,000 in the 15. That would be my guess.
Yep.
That's where the points would make the most sense.
Although he does have a 907 in the 3,000.
Girls 600, Amon from Hanover, Peasy from Bow, Shagina of Bishop Brady, Nelson of Kingswood, Malone of Portsmouth Christian, Herrero of Sauhegan, and Lunati of Sauhegan. So I'm guessing this is the other Malone.
Yep, the older.
There she is. And that was Amon out front, followed by Peasy. They've created a little separation. Malone to look up, looking to move up on the back of that. So pretty tight. Amon leading, followed by Peasy. Moving into 3rd is Shagina.
Mine looks like she might hold her off. I don't know. You can make the move right in here.
Got to get up on that shoulder so you can kind of slingshot off. You can't wait till you get around the corner to start digging.
It's tough.
There's just not enough. Bo's arms kind of got a little out of kilter there. It's going to be Amon.
Amon of Hanover, 144.03. Pizzi of Bow, 144.16. Shagina of Bishop Brady, 146.39. Nelson of Kingswood, 147.88. Herrero of Sauhegan, 150.89. Malone of Portsmouth Christian, 151.69. Lunati, Sauhegan, 153.15.
All right, coming up in the boys section, we got Bandler of Hanover, Cheney of Portsmouth Christian, Linscott of Merrimack Valley, Butt of Merrimack Valley, Restino of Hanover, and Dreher of Conval. Looks like Dreher out to the lead. This guy actually participated in a cross-country camp we did, I don't know, probably 7 years ago.
Which one, the guy leading?
Yeah.
Yep.
Had the same hair back then,
Did?
too.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't imagine running with that much hair. I can't imagine having
I can't imagine having
1/10
any hair
of that
anymore.
hair.
Now.
Got a train going right now. Looks like Bandler looking to take the lead. And has. Good little race.
Yeah, tightening up pretty good.
Yes, they are. Bandler in the lead, Dreher and Cheney side by side. Cheney, our boy that can really crush a last lap. Yes,
No, that's kid from Portsmouth. That's
right.
Montville.
Yeah, Montville.
He raced yesterday.
Montville realizes that he can run with the lead. He's going to become extremely dangerous.
Yeah, the kick only does you good if you're
Somewhere you can
use it, right? So Bandler of Hanover, 132.84. Cheney of Portsmouth Christian, 134.78. Dreher of Conval, 135.05. Restino of Hanover, 135.31. Butt of Merrimack Valley, 6.
All right, section 2, we've got Porter Higas of Cole Brown, Neff of Bow, McGuire of Hollis Brookline, Default of Pelham, and Vitello of Conan. This should be a pretty good race, though that's not what I'm seeing lined up.
No Conan.
Yeah, no Conan.
Did you know he steps back from
Higas to the lead. And he's strong, so if you're going to beat him, you got to be near him.
Yeah, he is strong. He fights right to the end.
Well, and I mean, it's a 600, and he's an 800-meter guy, really. So these guys letting him get that much of a gap isn't going to help their cause any.
Tell you what, I
They're
bet
closing him down a little bit, but
he'd be a good football player.
yeah.
Running back. Good form, strong.
Yep.
Defaults. Having a good race for himself, too.
Yep. McGuire from Hollis Brookline just made an inside pass and is rolling too, but running out of daylight here.
So Porter Higas takes that of Cole Brown, 128.47. Dufault of Pelham, 130.63. McGuire of Hollis Brookline, 132.62. Neff of Bow, 133.71.
That's a slight improvement for Default. So he's not going to be upset by that at all. Should be the girls 300 coming next. see them putting them in lanes now. In this heat, we've got Edgren of Belmont, Kia of Bow, and Sawyer of Milford. Just
So we have Gizzy. Did you already announce him?
I have not. Giziono of Milford, Morrison of Kingswood, Arthur of Hollis Brookline, Hemmerdinger of Pelham is back in this one. Looks like Gizonio has closed up the gap and coming off the turn first, but it's tight. Slowing down before the finish. I'm not sure on why that. But.
So Gizonio of Milford, 46.11. Morrison of Kingswood, 46.73. Arthur of Hollis Brookline, 48.18. Hemmerdinger of Pelham, 48.51.
All right, section 2, Edgren of Belmont, Kia of Bow, and Sawyer of Milford. So we had introduced the second section before the first section, which is why that was a little different. Looks like we've only got 2 in this one. Bow and Belmont. So Kia of Bow and Edgren of Belmont. Edgren closing up the gap. Come off the corner pretty much even.
A tight battle, huh?
Yeah. Come down to the lean, I think.
Yeah. Edgren takes that 46.32. Kia 46.38.
Sawyer did not start. All right, section 3 coming up. Looks to me like I'm seeing Maya Doobie in this one. Yep, we've got Wilson of Milford, Doobie of Kearsarge, and Smoker of Plymouth Regional. So, what was that? The Doobie in the 1,000 and the 300, right?
Yeah. I have a feeling she'll run a pretty good 300.
Yeah. Should be inspired to do so anyways. Looks like she's in a pretty stacked heat though.
Yeah.
As it looks like they're actually pulling away a little bit.
She forgot there was one less zero. It's on the 3,000.
I'm sure it's a let's work on your finishing speed type of thing.
So Wilson, 46.18 of Milford. Smoker, Plymouth Regional, 46.45. And Doobie.
That's a different time. And section 4, we got Thomas of Goffstown, Dollinger of Pelham, Onyango of Hanover, and Igabrod of Fall Mountain. You know what that means? It means we've seen all of these names already, so if we're saying them wrong now, we've butchered them twice.
Yep.
So Onyango is...
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, she's closed up the gap. Is now leading. One more turn to go.
Onyango.
She's going to stay out.
Onyango of Hanover, 44.02. Dellinger of Pelham, 44.65. Thomas Goffstown, 45.14. Egerbrodt at Fall Mountain, 45.20.
And then for Onyango, that's an improvement. So that's,
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good running.
She got right out there.
Yep. You'd think that with the amount of times that they run up at
Dartmouth.
that you wouldn't see their fastest time out of here, but
Sometimes you get the rev with everybody around the track.
Yep. All right, in the next section, we got Hurst of Pelham, Fraser of Guilford, and Fraser of Guilford. I think I just said that. Did I stutter? You wonder whether it's enjoyable, whether or not it's enjoyable racing against your sister or not.
Oh, this is for the pork chop. Right
For
here.
the bigger one.
Bigger pork chop.
And it looks like whoever else was in there, Hurst from Pelham is not.
This is funny, huh?
Yeah.
Two sisters. You
Two
couldn't
sisters.
have mixed it up a little bit.
You couldn't have gotten in a different heat.
The mom and sister.
What would you be doing right now if you're running against your brother or sister? You'd be looking over your shoulder, wouldn't you? That's what I'd be doing and pointing. Getting DQ'd for poor sportsmanship, probably.
Fraser 44.65. Fraser 45.03.
How can she have two different times? Oh, there's two of them. All right, and the boys, we got Johnson of Conval, Sane of Hanover, St. Jean of Sanborn, and Tangway of Pelham. Another Tangway, huh?
Another Tangway.
Not a lot of them. Well, you've got like the Cole Brown boys are in that race too. Yeah, so what do you want? They're going to be looking to go fast, so you'll be right there. I wouldn't get.
So it looks like Tangway of Pelham 41.99. St. Jean of Sanborn Regional 42.25. Johnson 42.60. Conval Sane of Hanover 43.84.
Coming up in the next section, we got Miller of Pelham, Kimball of Milford, Lopez of Goffstown, and McAvoy, Hollisbrook line. McAvoy. Somebody was mentioning to me earlier that it seemed like there was a lot of kids here, and I definitely think that is true, but not lots and lots of heats. I think a lot of people are here for the relays.
Remember in the olden days, the 300 was just
a million heats.
Took so long. Yeah, it was. You know, you try to get ready for the 1500, and you're
trying to figure out, and then how many heats of that are there.
Yeah.
And Kimball.
Well, Kimball of Milford 40.53. Lopez of Goffstown 41.22. McAvoy of Hollisbrook line 41.23. Miller of Pelham 17.
We've got Coyne of Milford, Maloney of Hollis Brookline, Rodriguez of Manchester West is back, and Gulzian of Raymond. Gulzian? You'll fix it.
Best kid's in there again. I think he did the same thing he did last year.
I only see 3 kids in here. So we're missing
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
he did the same thing. I keep cutting out.
Yeah. I think you're back.
Think so? Yep.
Yeah. Well, you got to be pretty gassed. He ran 55 meters twice, right?
Yeah, so it's like 110.
That's a lot.
To be honest with you, I can't do it now.
Yeah, not that speed. What's that? Gulzian, Raymond for 40.22. Maloney of Hollis Brookline. And now we're on to section 4.
Probably a smart thing. Go to the state championship next week.
Right. Edgren of Belmont, Ryan of Monadnock, Mann of Belmont, and Hardwick of Milford.
What? Keep cutting out.
I know the kid from Monadnock won the 400 last year for Division III. I know that because I think I wrote his name down as Ryan Harry, and his name is Harry Ryan. So they let me know. There we go. He almost got him.
Man of Belmont, 39.54. Ryan of Monadnock, 39.62. Hardwick of Milford.
And we're on to Section 5. Davis of Kearsarge, McBride of Hanover, and St. Onge of Campbell. Equipment malfunctioning going on. All right, looks like we just got Campbell and Hanover in here. No Davis of Kearsarge. He was in the 55 as well, so probably pretty exhausting. Saving him maybe for the 160.
I tell you, it'd be awful though to pull a hand
Oh
a week
my,
before.
no, absolutely. Wow, that was about as tight as it gets. I hope they've got down to the thousandths on that finishing camera. They were right there. It's enough that the time's not coming up very quickly. Lovely of Newport, Foster of Newmarket, and Lovely of Newport.
Neither one of them came up.
Yeah, maybe they're both disqualified. That's probably it. Well, now we'll be able to tell which of the Lovelies is the Lovelies, because
I don't know.
they definitely look like brothers.
They look like twinly to me, but they're not.
I don't know. Maybe. They're all moving though. Newmarket and Newport have both.
Yeah,
the
they got
relay.
some kids.
I mean, their relay is unbelievable.
There's fast kids in every school. You just got to find them.
Right.
So Foster of Newmarket, 38.45. Lovely, 39.32. Other Lovely, 40.75 of Newport.
I don't see the starter up in the corner anymore, so I'm guessing that the girls' 1500 is just about to get underway. Forrest doing his job. Here we go in the 1500. We've got Corso of Portsmouth Christian, York of Merrimack Valley, Goslin of Winnisquam, Lane of Wilton Lineborough, Hemming of Campbell, Fisher of Coe-Brown, Taylor of Coe-Brown, and Coteau of Belmont. Aurora Coteau of Belmont has come a long way. Last year, I think they were saying she finished her first 3K in here in 15. And she's sitting like in 14th, I think, right
Who's
now.
that?
Girl from Belmont, Coteau.
Coteau. Cooties.
You'd think with a name like Forrest he would grow, but must be one of those alpine forests, stunted in growth.
Stunted in growth, yeah.
They appear to be ready over there. There they go. I don't think you're going to see Corzo mess around at all.
No.
She's going to go straight to the front and hammer the whole way, regardless of whether or not she's racing anyone. York slotted right there in second. Goslin and Winnisquam right there, too. Goslin and Winnisquam's a good little runner. We don't see them very often, but she did real well in cross. Smooth.
The two Coe-Brown girls, both freshmen.
Yep.
So they did well in cross-country season.
Yep. Corzo right out. 7 meters right off the bat. To York.
She don't mess around.
Yep. Cassie Hemming of Campbell, the two Coe-Brown girls. Cassie Hemming of Campbell, while she hasn't been having like an outstanding season, she had a really strong cross-country season. She doesn't have a lot of that leg speed. She's just good at carrying it. And, you know, she's definitely their team leader. And she just likes run. You know, she really loves running. Never argue with that. Go to right on the back of that chase pack. Corzo has 30 meters at this point.
She's just efficient. She doesn't change speeds. She just gets out to her carrying speed and just holds on.
And I think she just truly enjoys running hard.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet she cherishes having people that are around her that are faster than her that she can just chase. She's going to lap some people here. Can't tell what they're giving them for laps. Looks like 5 laps. And in another lap, she'll almost have half a lap on the field. She's got the last person in the heat in her sights, which is only going to help her. And everybody else is single file, so it's going to work good for her.
Yeah, she's putting up a good time right now.
Yep.
Nice and solid, not being challenged, so she's in her own zone.
Yep. She's passing right now. Right, as I said, she's got pretty much a half a track on the entire field. Three to go. York still solidly in second. Goslin in third. Taylor.
Fisher.
That's Fisher.
Yep.
Fisher, Cassie Hemming, Taylor, Kotu. And now Liza Corzo with 2.5 laps to go. With 1.5 laps to go, has the entire field, except for York, in her sights.
So right now she's looking at like a 4:55, holding on if she can hold that.
She's got a 4:48. So she runs 4:55 with nobody there. That's pretty good. And she's just chewing through.
She's having a pretty good last lap.
Yeah.
She might be a little faster.
So second place just went through the start-finish line on their last lap as she's finishing up.
How about that? 4:45.
4:45. That'll
I guess
move
I
her
carried
up.
the one. I shouldn't have.
Yeah. That moves her. What did they give her?
So 4:45.18.
That puts her as the #1 seed going into Division IIs. Ahead of Chloe Trudell, ahead
All
of
by
Maya Doobie.
herself.
Yep, all by herself.
So right there, in reality, that's
That's not a bad way to go into
No.
the state championships.
I consider it a 5:03 mile. So York takes second, 5:10.29. Goslin and Winnisquam, 5:12.99. Fisher, 5:17.61. Hemming of Campbell, 5:18.86. Taylor of Co-Brown, 5:20.23. Kudo of
like-
Belmont, 5:22.31.
That looks like that helps out the entire field, really. Not that they move up many places, but everybody got a couple seconds faster.
Right.
So can't be arguing with that, I suppose. Kotu.
Lane of Wilton Lineborough 5:47.49.
Yeah. She's not even entered. She didn't even run fast enough to make it onto there. She's running because she's in the 3K. All right, we've got Nolan of Hanover, Mihalik of Cole Brown, Neff of Bow, Kodal of Conval, Beard of Conval, Bernier of Conant, O'Halloran of Portsmouth Christian, and Berger of Hollis Brookline. There must be 2 sections in this. I know there were 20 guys on the start sheet, so. I wouldn't be surprised if after a full lap we're looking at Cole Brown Conant right up there at the front. Matt Bernier likes to run up in the front and have people chase him. Log Dog, though, Mihalik will be in there.
Yeah.
He's a good runner.
Yeah, we'll see if he can put something together. Pretty good.
Right now you got Nolan of Hanover in the lead. Mihalik right behind him. Neff, O'Halloran. So much for my prediction.
Yeah, they're cruising along pretty good, actually.
Top 4 pretty tight.
We'll see what they come through the quarter over here at.
Kodala is off the back a little.
So 66, that's not too bad. 4:24 mile pace.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long they can hold it for.
Right. They look like they're bunching right now, actually. Saw a course.
So we're working at about 4:06, 1,500 pace. We'll see how long that lasts for.
Yes, exactly. That would, if they kept that up, they would be the top seed going in. Chase back is starting to catch up to that front back a little bit more.
Thing is, if you get a group of guys and they start working together and no one blinks.
Sometimes if they don't know enough, you know.
Right.
I think sometimes knowing is bad.
Yeah, I really believe it, especially some kids.
Landon just came up to me, asked me what he should be running per lap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not sure why he's worried about that when he's not the top seed in the race.
He dropped off a little bit here, but still got a good one going. See what they are at the half.
Nolan leading. Mihalik right on his shoulder. And
so they slowed up
right
quite
there.
a bit. Now they're at 4:50 pace.
Yep. And if they don't pick it up, then it's going to be 5:0 pace by the time they get around to it.
You don't know how you can go up, slow up that much.
Right. Mihalik takes the lead. Neff in second, Nolan in third.
Actually, I got this split in the wrong spot. I should have got it up there. So they haven't slowed up that much.
That seemed like it was a lot.
They still slowed up quite a bit, but not as much as what I was saying.
I was going to say, because if they were running just 5, that would be slow.
5 seconds, so. Yeah, they slowed up probably
4:40.
Yeah.
Two left. Nolan goes for the inside pass. Neff for the outside pass. Sandwich him. Salami sandwich.
It's come down to be a good race, though.
Yep.
Got a little tactical in the middle.
Yep. You know, nobody feels good in the middle of the race.
No.
Not if they're doing anything. On the last lap, we got Nolan, Neff, Mihalik, O'Halloran, Kotola.
So maybe 428, somewhere in that range. 430.
Yeah. Yeah. For 26.
So Nolan of Hanover, 426.32. Neff of Bow, 426.70. Mihalik, 430.23. O'Halloran of Portsmouth, 432.91. Catula of Conville, 433.52. Dudenoff of Merrimack Valley, 435.38. Bernie of Conant, 436.
So that improves Nolan by a second. He went out pretty aggressive, and I would assume they were looking to improve, so that's probably, I don't want to say it cost him or anything, but that was going to make it tight for sure. All right, in the heater heat, we've got Korthals of Milford, Kim of Conval, Davis of Lebanon, Robert of Winnisquam, Cox of Co-Brown, Bottomley of Hollis Brookline, Valancourt of Messinic, Sylvester of Co-Brown. A pile of grinders. Right now we got Valancourt, Korthals, and Cox.
No Davis in there.
Nope, no Davis. He would have benefited from this
I know.
heat, too. He
I
would have
like
sat
that.
right on the back
I
of
would have
that
liked to
heat.
see him in here
Yeah,
with these
exactly. I would, too.
Because you're right, this is mostly grinders. And
It's almost all grinders. They look good going through. I'd say if there's Robert of Winnisquam is probably the true finesse guy out of that whole crew. I guess Valancourt didn't want any help on this one.
so they are on 65.
They're through in about the same as that first heat, huh?
Well, no, that first heat was a lot faster. I was looking right there.
Oh, okay.
Should have been looking up there. I don't know why I was facing it.
That's all right. I mean, it's odd in this building, that's for sure. They're rolling good, though. Looks smooth.
I want to see this out of Valancourt. I want to see him go out, hold on, and you know what I mean? Break away.
You
And
know,
just run hard.
We've been talking about
He's looking like he's opening up pretty
Yeah.
good. Korthal's sitting right where he needs to be,
right.
but
We've
he's
been
also got a
talking
race
about
on him.
what's next. You know, beyond indoor, beyond outdoor, what he wants, and you know, he's starting to put it together mentally. So that's what you want in a kid. We don't take this season too. You know, it's not that big a deal.
Right.
It's too hard to train properly during this season when you don't have facilities. So he's beginning to look at these things as opportunities. Opportunities to see where he's at. Scotty Clark's in there yelling at him for me.
Right now he looks
3
pretty
to
good.
go.
Korthal has looked back a half a lap ago, so he's thinking about something else.
I mean, Robert is in a really good spot right now from Winnisquam. He's watching Aiden Cox. Aiden's not going to put on any burst of speed, and if he can just stay right there, he'll get towed around. But Valancourt is now opening up a huge gap back to Korthals. Cox is going to want to get cranked up if he's going to catch Korthals, and he's right there. This thing's going to be about 1,500 meters too short for Aiden.
Yeah.
Next week should be interesting.
Korthal isn't giving him too
No,
much.
No. This will be interesting. 2 laps to go, 3:15. I think I just said 2 laps to go last time.
Yeah.
If I say it enough, it'll be right one of the times. Oh, Robert looks like he's a little tapped at this point. Harrison Kim from Conval, he's not a 1,500-meter guy by any means. He's a 3K guy, so he's looking pretty good.
Got a good one going here.
Good. It's about time. I tell him to run fast all the time. He just doesn't always listen to me.
4:13 maybe?
Yeah. He's in at 4:26, which he did, I don't know, at some point in here, he's the only guy in the field. So I guess he's sort of the only guy in the field today, too. But
see how he comes off this corner.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's too much. 4:11.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, that's why I think he'll be happy with that. That puts him in the third seed in the 1,500. So
The Valancourt takes that in 4:11.49. Corthals 4:15.47. Cox 4:15.75. Sylvester 4:22.53. Kim 4:27.19. Robert 4:29.55. Bottomley 4:33.39. So decent.
Yep.
But I like this. That's what I wanted to see out of him.
Me too.
No messing around. Just go out and do it. And that'll give him some confidence right there.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, when you look at the list again, for that, you got Miles at 4:08.26, Andy O'Brien at 4:10.65, and then Landon Valancourt right ahead of Dawson Dubois and Luke. So, I mean, that's right. Exactly what he'd be looking for. Yeah, let's see what he does. All right, coming up in the girls 4x4, we got Raymond, Kennett, and Sanborn.
So we're now halfway through the meet.
Oh, I hate that you just said that.
Ugh.
You're right, though. You are right. And I don't want to pose this as it's a bad thing, but lots of times this is like the last opportunity for teams to get kids in events.
Oh, yeah.
And so they make something out of the relays. You know, with only 12 teams making it on to the state champs and stuff like that, I don't know how many entries we have in the relays today. I know looking at one sheet, it was long.
It was long.
And it was just that wasn't a matter of looking to move up and get in. That was a matter of getting your kids in, finish off their season. And the meet's been moving super efficient so far, so can't argue with that.
Oh, it's so much better than the old days. It's just Lancet does such a great time.
They do a great job.
So
they definitely are no nonsense.
Yep.
No nonsense. Rick is definitely no nonsense.
And that's how you got to be.
Yep.
Because there's too many working parts, and you gotta.
It matters.
Yeah.
I know
it's way, way, way better than it used to be.
We host meets at our place, and it's a dirt track, so I always feel that we have to be super like. Who's going to want to come run on a dirt track in the first place? So the last thing you want to do is hold them up and make everything go slow. So the first, priority one for me is efficiency. We don't hold races for anybody or anything like that. You want to race, be there on time, because I don't think it's fair to ask the kids that are ready to go to wait around for somebody who's not.
Exactly.
So they do a great job at Lancer timing. I was just talking to Rick today, and he just went down to Lynx. The company that finished links and stuff like that. He just got a new scoreboard, debuted it down at Harvard and then BU this past weekend. He's really looking at being able to set up, so make it good for the spectators too, so they can see what's going on. All live, so the same stuff we see as they come across the finish line, spectators would see. Sits on hangs on a rack with wheels, so you can wheel it around wherever you need it to be.
Yeah, that'd be great, huh?
Yeah, he's even talking about trying to see if there's a way that they can get it set up in here somewhere so the fans could, they project it, but that's a little bit different.
Sanborn looks like they take
Commanding
a
lead.
Yes.
Back in the day, we used to race against Sanborn a lot. They had a stone dust track. And then when we go over there for cross country, I think we ran 4 different cross country versions of their
Oh, really?
course.
Wow.
Invite's always been the same, but
Yeah.
they had for their other races, they had just different configurations. So it was always interesting going over there because you never knew which course you're going to
nice
get.
woods area.
Yep.
They have.
Yep. Jim and I are being privileged to Landon Valancourt dragging a chair over the trash barrel.
Yeah.
That solo effort that he put in, he says, might not be able to keep down his lunch. I don't think he ate lunch yet either.
I had a kid I used to coach, and he would win. I'm telling you, he would win every race.
Yeah.
And every race, he would puke his brains out.
Take it to the well.
But I've never seen a tougher kid. He's just.
Now Raymond has climbed back into this. That was a great bell ringing by Forrest over there. He's paying. Look at him paying attention and everything. He's doing a good job. Now he's got the flag as if it's a baseball bat.
Yeah. He heard us talking over
Yeah, he did. And it looks like Raymond has pulled to the front and is going to take this. There you go, 4:58 and change. No, 4:57.
Raymond takes that in 4:57.70. Sanborn 4:58.74. Kennett.
They finished third.
5:08.
I wasn't sure we were going to get their time in there before the next group popped up on the screen. Next heat we got Conant, Pelham, and Goffstown.
5:08. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Wow. It's a shootout at the OK Corral.
We got some ducks down.
I've been winged.
Send the lab in.
Ricochet rabbit.
Oh, no, I got 2 mallards.
Yeah.
Hen mallards. Hide them.
77.8.
Yeah, you've probably seen some pretty cool
I've
stuff.
seen some crazy stuff, yeah.
After you finish up, they start doing TV shows about you guys.
Yeah. I'm glad I got done when I got done.
Taylor was 77.5, 77.
Oh.
Benson was 81. And Lily was 72. Right around her.
I don't know how many people I had, how many guys would try to convince me that the black duck, the extra black duck they showed was a hen mallard, you know, stuff like that. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. I didn't go to school for this.
Oh. Best one was when I had a guy bring a guinea hen in as a turkey. He loses his license, comes back, make him go through hunter safety again, comes back and brings a turkey vulture in as a turkey.
Well, he was close, that one. Had
Wow.
turkey in the name. That guy really wanted to.
Yeah.
He really wanted to run. I mean, he really wanted to hunt.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what, but watch a kid that wants. He desperately wanted to run through the start-finish line. I'm not really sure why that is. Landon just sitting back, relaxing, hands on his head.
Yeah, I saw him lean over.
Lean over.
Some foreign substance came out
Oh,
just a bit.
and to think they love doing this, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be great. I'm going to run so hard. Then I'm going to get all pukey.
So I have a really bad thing. Right? So I'm a captain on one of the research vessels for UNH, and we go way out, 90 miles out. Someone always gets sick.
Yeah.
And I cannot stop laughing when someone gets sick.
They
And I
hate
usually
you,
edge
huh?
them on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sick a few times
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
on that boat, but all 6 times I've been sick, and I grew up on the coast.
Yeah.
I wanted to die.
Yeah. I've had it only once.
Oh, it's the worst.
And it was really weird because I've been out in bigger seas and stuff like that. It was just the way that the boat rolled.
Yeah, sometimes that's the way it is.
And at first you don't really notice. You don't feel that great. But then you got like a headache, and then you really feel bad.
Although I do have a funny story to tell you.
Oh, no.
Scott Clark, I took him
boy.
out fishing. He's the only guy. He is the toughest
He
I've
is
ever
tough.
seen. His kids are catching fish like crazy. He puts down the rod, and he begins to turn as green can be. And I'm like, Scott, just puke. Just puke. Get it out of your system. He held it back. I have never seen a person that tough be able to hold it back. But, oh, my God, he was in pain. But
Well, he probably didn't want to. He probably didn't want to puke up on that Sports Illustrated freebie sweatshirt that he got
yeah, right.
15 years ago with his subscription, because he still wears that every once in a while. Usually tucked into his pants,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he's tough.
I'm watching him stand over there at the shop, watching shot put. I don't think he knows what the event is, but he's standing next to the fence, probably just because he's tired. He's got his hands fingers interlaced,
twirling the thumbs.
talking to somebody, but he's thinking about throwing hay bales or something. Pelham running through, pulling down on their shorts because they're riding up. I can't imagine wearing outfits that I'd have to monkey with.
I got to tell you, though, I'm glad basketball's gone back to the shorter shorts.
Oh, yeah? I
Because
mean,
that was just – I was watching the
they
game
were
last night.
practically down to their shoes.
It was unbelievable. I don't know how you could play like that. And then it was starting to come to this sport. I'm like, how are you going to run fast when they're down below your knees? Are you kidding me?
It is fun or funny to watch the kids come in as freshmen trying to get as long a shorts as they possibly can on. By the time they're seniors, they're more than happy to wear the split shorts. Bring it on.
I know the guys at Deerfield, they were like, we're going to bring short shorts back. And they did.
Yeah.
They didn't even mess around. We're like, we're here to win. We're not having stuff hanging down.
Right. Exactly. I grew up. I mean, that's what we ran it.
Yeah.
And
love short shorts.
they went to the longer shorts, and I mean now as an adult, sometimes it's hard to get ones that
Right.
aren't 5, 7, 9-inch inseam. 9-inch inseam. That's down at my knees. I don't want.
Right.
What happens when an old sweaty man has those stuck to their legs? That's terrible.
no,
I hate that. Not that I ever get sweaty or
job.
anything. Yeah.
Goffstown?
Well.
Conan? That can't be right.
Yes.
Goffstown DQ.
Oh.
Conan 452.91. Pelham 454.66.
There we go. All those laps. 10 laps. All right, Section 3, we got Lebanon, Monadnock, Newmarket, and Campbell. Awesome, huh? You know why he's sitting in there?
Yeah, I can see that. Can I see the 1,500 girls?
Yeah. All right, and they're off. I've thought about getting uniform tops like Lebanon.
You did?
Like, well, you know,
For cross-country season, so you could pick them out?
well, it'd be
something
nice.
different?
Yeah, no kidding. What is it? University of Pennsylvania has the red and blue block like Lebanon's. You know, instead of the white and maroon, it's royal blue and I think it's actually navy blue and red. It's just something to stand out.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard enough to pick out your own guys. You guys out of here?
Just get Monadnock with the early lead. followed by Campbell and so Monadnock, Campbell, Lebanon, Newmarket. Newmarket's coming hard out of fourth place. You give up, Landon? Good job today. It's a good run by you.
Yeah, not bad. You look pretty good. There we go. We've got, looks like we got Monadnock out front. Newmarket and Lebanon fighting for second. And Campbell sitting in fourth. All right, they're all on to their last. Oh, well, they'll all have one more lap after this. Monadnock on the lead and into the bell lap. Lebanon, Newmarket, Campbell. Monadnock.
Monadnock takes that 441.72. Lebanon 448.03. Newmarket 448.53. Campbell DQ'd.
All right. In the next heat, we got Hanover, Milford, Pembroke, and St. Thomas. You're probably going to get your wish. He can win. No, oh. How many more heats do we got? Looks like one more heat after this. Section 5. Pembroke in the lead over St. Thomas, Milford, and Hanover. Well, Valancourt's being spirited off. Riding home with my wife and my co-coach. Hopefully he won't puke in my car.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I had a good puke story with Dave Cook.
Seems like he'd be ripe for a
The
puke
windows
story.
the windows were locked. We were going to the USTF, whatever. Remember in New York,
Yeah.
the regionals or whatever. And he's like, instead of saying anything, he's playing with the
He
window.
couldn't
It wouldn't go
get-
down.
couldn't
Next thing you
get
know,
it
throw up.
Oh, my daughter Victoria. One time we were up. We were up at Pinelands Trail Festival, and she ended up being up overnight, sick, fever. Gave her Tylenol. She's feeling better. Morning, she had a little hot cocoa, and we had Elizabeth McGurk with us, riding in the back seat with her, heading over to the race. We halfway on the road. Victoria just pukes right in her lap. Oh my Lord! We stopped to pick up some like sanitizer and a roll of paper towels, but it took a while for that stench to get out of the car.
Yeah, sometimes it can be pretty bad.
Yeah. Hot cocoa. Oh.
Yeah.
Horrific. All right. Pembroke in the lead. Coming into handoff. I just told a story about you puking on Pinelands. Wow, it was an appropriate thing, seeing as we were talking about hopefully Landon won't puke in your mom's car. All right, everybody through the handoff. We're on the third leg. All right, Pembroke still leading. Milford working hard to close the gap.
These Milford girls working hard.
Yeah. Hanover, and then St. Thomas. Pembroke anchor, Milford anchor. Is that Amon? Hanover?
Yep.
I wouldn't want her chasing me down.
No. Pembroke girl's deceptively fast.
Yep.
She's not giving up any ground at all.
Nope. Not much room to catch her, that's for sure.
She really is holding them off.
Hanover will move into second, but I don't think they're going to make it to the top spot.
No. She
Running
doesn't look
out of
that
wheels.
fast, but I'll tell you what, she's holding her own.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Pembroke takes that 437.34. Milford 439.30. Hanover 439.49.
That moves Pembroke up a little bit.
Final race. So
Should be good.
Hagen, Portsmouth Christian, Merrimack Valley, and Co-Brown.
It should be good. I would assume Souhegan,
Yeah.
if they've got all their studs in here, could be very difficult for anybody to beat.
I don't see Souhegan out
I
there.
don't even see him out, yeah. Then I'd have to put my money on Portsmouth Christian.
Unless they're giving everybody a big head start.
Yeah. That's the older Malone sister in
Yeah.
lead off. Portsmouth Christian comes in with a 4:29 run here. Cole Brown 4:34.
Nope.
Merrimack Valley has a 4:33. So they are all in the same ballpark. Cole Brown sliding through on the inside. Cole Brown takes the handoff first.
They were like 73.
Wow, this is a heck of a heat right here. Because you've got, I thought it was Jendel, but it's not. What is it, Schendel?
Schendel. Never would have gotten that one.
Never would have gotten that. KJ Schendel. I'll probably continue to butcher it regardless.
Yeah. No, it's
knowing me. My problem is when I read it, I have to say it. It's just one of those things. My brain doesn't allow me to make that association very easily. All right. Getting ready for the second handoff, third leg. Merrimack Valley in the lead. Portsmouth Christian and Cole Brown right on each other. Cole Brown going around on the outside to the handoff. Cole Brown hands off in second. Schendel gets it in third. There'll be one more handoff, and they'll be handing off to Brianna Malone, not Lila Corzo. Merrimack Valley out front by about 7 meters. Cole Brown about 5 meters in front of Schendel from Portsmouth Christian.
Who do you think they're going to end up with? Corso?
No, they don't have. It's Brianna Malone they have.
Oh, Brianna. Well, I think she's even better on the relay, though.
Might be.
I think if I was the coach, I would lead her off, meaning not Brianna, but Corzo. Rather than having her following.
Yep. Well, and then she just has to give up the baton rather than trying to receive it.
I'd have Malone anchor.
Oh, yeah. After what we just saw in the 1,000, too.
They got a good team.
They do have a good team. That's why I said 4x8 record in Division III is probably going down.
Right.
In the 4x8 anyways. Come spring. All right, Sophia
Wow,
Reynolds.
here we go. This is going to be a good one.
Did you see how quickly Malone made up that gap?
Yeah.
Slid in right behind Reynolds.
I would sit
going
right
around.
No, I actually
going
wouldn't sit on it because, get a time.
Yep.
Separation right now.
Yeah. Malone's just got really good turnover. More of a miler type.
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, Cole Brown's no slouch with Abigail O'Connor and their anchor leg either, but
look at Malone.
Malone has speed.
She's got some gears.
There you go, 435. 436 flat.
Yep. Portsmouth Christian, 436 flat. Merrimack Valley, third, 439.19. Cole Brown, 443.49.
All right, so now they're bringing out the guys. I can see Monadnock and Portsmouth Christian. And Prospect Mountain, it says. And we do have all three in. We just can't see from where we're at. Lane 3 on the start. Monadnock, Portsmouth Christian, Prospect as they come through one lap. Monadnock stretching it out. So we got Oyster River as the #1 seed on the battle notes. What do you think they're doing today? They're not running.
They raced yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of those teams raced yesterday.
Yeah. They didn't do anything to, like they
change it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I didn't look at. I only just.
I would assume they changed out some of their components, but nothing to. Like if they were racing today, you wouldn't expect to see their top dogs racing in here. Maybe, but one or two maybe. Monadnock still out front.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger teams yesterday, like Oyster River, Nashua North, Pinkerton, Winnicott, they all raced yesterday.
Yeah. Prospect into second, Portsmouth Christian in third. Prospect's making up some ground on Monadnock, but I think they're going to run out of time here. We race these teams in D3, and I'm seeing a lot of faces I've never seen before, so I think they're just getting their guys in. We got one guy just took the baton, not even completed a lap, just looking over his shoulder, so that's not usually a good sign on a 4x4. Prospect Mountain closing it up. All right, Portsmouth Christian, coming from way behind at one point, is now leading. Monadnock keeping Prospect on his back shoulder, barely.
Nice handoff.
Yeah.
Portsmouth Christian's got it going right now.
Oh, he just had to slide out a little bit because somebody walking across the track. Imagine that.
Yep.
Track meet going on in the track. It's pretty strange. Again, the kid that's in the anchor leg for Monadnock won the 400 last year in D3s, and he's closing the gap. The guy from Portsmouth Christian looked pretty good, but
Monadnock's got some wheels coming. It's eating up the real estate hard.
And there it is. The pass has been made. That's just too much momentum to get back onto this late in the race. And now Knox going to take it.
Monadnock takes that in 4:02.46. Portsmouth Christian 4:03.50. Prospect Mountain 4:07.76.
That improves Monadnock by about 3 seconds. All right, up in the next section, we got Milford, Conval, St. Thomas, and Pembroke. We go out on a limb and say Conval. The reason I say this is they don't have many individual entries, I don't believe, so I think they're probably going to try to get their relay qualified.
Get it stacked down?
Yeah. They got a 4:07 from earlier in the season. St. Thomas leading this one with Pembroke, Conval, Milford. Or maybe I jinxed them. Lead leg looked like he came about 30 meters short of 400 meters.
Right. St. Thomas kid has got a stride on him.
Yeah.
Got the arms going.
The arms going.
Get him. He's just eating it up.
Milford kids come from pretty much the back of the pack. Not quite handoff at first, but. St. Thomas has a pretty big lead at this point.
Yeah, 4 seconds right now.
Wow, Milford and Conval are coming hard, though.
Yeah, they're making up some ground, it looks like. Got down to 2.5 now.
Yep. It looks like Conval's going to be making the pass off the corner. Half a lap to go.
Got to go with the flow.
Now, Milford coming around hard. Conval's going to hand off first. Not a horrible handoff, but didn't use the momentum the other guy had coming in. Boy, that tightened back up.
Sure did.
Pembroke had been way off the back for a while.
Yeah, they're right up on him now.
You got St. Thomas, who had been leading 3 laps ago, now is in the back.
Monadnock looks like they're coming into this game. Oh, Pembroke, I mean.
Yep. Yeah, he's right there. Their anchor leg is serious. Well, anchor and third leg. Third leg got him back. Wow, Milford did a good job getting back too. Not quite going to get there, but.
Yep, Pembroke.
4:01. They were in at 4:05 before.
So Pembroke takes that 4:01.45. Milford 4:01.90. Conval 4:02.98. St. Thomas 4:04.66.
All right.
They front-ended it, St. Thomas.
We got Hanover, Lebanon, Merrimack Valley, and Sanborn. I'm not going to call any of this because last time I did.
No, Nostradamus, you didn't do so hard on that
I didn't do
one.
so hard. They were in the lead at one point,
at one
but
point.
that really wasn't. Like they say, it's only important to be in the lead at one spot, and that's the finish line.
That's right.
What do you think? All right, right now it's Lebanon, Hanover, Sanborn, Merrimack Valley. Merrimack Valley sliding in ahead of Sanborn now, going into the first handoff. Hanover takes it first, Lebanon. Merrimack Valley and Sanborn. Here comes Merrimack Valley. Merrimack Valley in hot pursuit of Hanover. Right on his shoulder coming around the turn, and will come off the turn in the lead with 1 lap to go. Great leg for Merrimack Valley.
Oh, brother.
That's unbelievable. And that's good eating there?
Yeah.
It is. Holy.
Look how big that is.
Yep. So to eat that,
All right, Merrimack Valley into the second exchange in first, 204. Sanborn 207, Hanover 208, Lebanon 212. Merrimack Valley's lead now starting to stretch out pretty severe. They're 20 meters on the entire field. Sanborn, Hanover, and Chase. Hanover just made up a lot of ground to get to Sanborn.
Yeah. Can't even run. Spiking. I'm so messed up. For what?
Hanover into the second slot at this point. Final handoff, Merrimack Valley takes it first, and Hanover. Sanborn hands off to Owen Stalker. Might be leaving it a little too late, though. It's a lot of ground to make up. He's made it up on Hanover, though. And with 1 lap to go, we've got Merrimack Valley rolling through in 341. 342 plus is Stalker from Sanborn. Back straight, Merrimack Valley, but Stalker is closing up. I just don't know if he has enough real estate to do it. Coming off the last turn, Merrimack Valley will hang on to win. Stalker coming from way back, though. So we got Merrimack Valley 405.82, Sanborn 406.53, Hanover 411.96. It says Lebanon DQ'd. All right. Our last section of the 4x4. We've got Sauhegan, Conan, Winnisquam, and Campbell. Oh, actually, that's not our last. We got one more heat after that.
All right, Mike, I'm back.
You're back. All right. We've got Sauhegan sitting in 8th currently, Winnisquam in 10th, Campbell in 12th, and Conant in 13th. So they're going to want to run a little bit better. Conant has to finish essentially in front of these guys in order to have a shot at moving up, and they got to run faster. That's 354 thrown down by Campbell. Right now we got Winnisquam, Conant, Campbell.
So Winnisquam out in front.
Followed by Conant. This kid from Conant. I hadn't seen him before last weekend, so he new addition, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know him. He didn't run cross for them. but they used him in the, I think the 4x4 and 4x160 last week, and he was certainly proficient to say the least. Scopolites, one of the two boys running for Campbell. Winnisquam out right now. Robert taking the handoff.
Conant didn't have a very good handoff there.
Nope. So really, more than anything, Conant needs to be chasing the time. Sauhegan's already run a faster time, so they'll be in. Unless Conant can get
Conant
faster than 354.
well, looks really good now. It's
He
bad
does.
that they had that bad handoff because
Now these guys are both pretty solid milers. Tossing down pretty hard.
Campbell's getting their way back into it though
Yeah,
now.
Scopolites are tough. I don't know who's run. It must be Riley Mann running last for Winnisquam. I mean, he's a fantastic miler as well. Be a little bit short, and Conant, I am sure, is handing off. Yep, Chris Taylor, last year he made it in 300, so he's pretty good.
Look at this Conant kid.
Yeah,
He's ripping it.
he's ripping it.
But he was the one that ran the 4x800 earlier.
He did, and he fought a little bit too hard too early. So I don't.
Looked like a little bit of
Yep.
contact on that
Yep.
corner. He's coming back though.
Yep.
He's a fighter.
Looks like he timed that one right.
Yep.
Now he's got to hang on. This guy's got good turnover. Again, the kid from
Two different
Winnisquam
forms.
really is
Two
a
different
miler.
forms there.
Absolutely.
2 steps to every 1 step.
Yeah.
No
Wow.
one's
Wow.
counting steps though.
Again, I think.
Oh, you can't let that
yeah,
happen.
I think.
You got to run wide there.
Well, and I think he just put too much.
Wow.
52 though.
I'm not so sure they hung in second though. Winnisquam 351.60. Campbell 352.60.
No. Conant DQ'd?
Yeah, I think so. There was contact on this. Sauhegan 404.32. Yeah, the contact that happened up on that bend just past the finish line.
That's going to be a bummer because that time would have got him in. But we've got Pelham, Coe-Brown, and a couple other teams I can't see around the corner.
Well, Conant.
Oh, Conant was okay.
352.60, 352.61. So they won by a 100th of a second.
Yeah, so that's actually good enough to put them in unless there's somebody in this heat. No, there can't be anybody in this heat that would have been already been ahead of them. So they just jumped themselves up into 9th, I think. And really, we'll have a pretty good sense of what that means at the end of this meet because it's all D1 this afternoon. Trinity's rolling. That's Barrett, who's more of their mid-distance guy. Mid-distance, distance, cross-country. A unique form.
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
That's probably the problem if you don't put that underscore.
I just grabbed it from the email that gets sent to the we're all on the NHL. All right. Well, if he gave you his email, then he's willing to fill it out.
So Trinity, Pelham,
If he remembers
Coe-Brown,
the answers to any of the questions.
Hollisbrook line at this point. Trinity's got a nice lead right now.
Dawson Dubois of Coe-Brown trying to work their teams back into it. He's getting there, but that was a good lead that they got.
He's cutting into it big time right now.
Yep.
I mean, he's closing the
He
gap
might
hard.
even make the pass. Setting Wyatt up
Wow.
nice.
He's got him. He's going to get him. He got him.
Wyatt gets in, and he does. That was a great handoff
So Cole Brown's
by
in the
Cole
lead
Brown.
now,
Yep.
followed by Trinity.
Who do they have closing? It's got to be Porter. Good night, Moon.
I don't know.
No, it's Porter.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's bearded guy against bearded guy.
Yeah. And I think the smaller bearded guy is going to win.
Yep.
And not only that, Wyatt gave him a good enough gap that he was practically out of sight, which is super helpful. That guy from Trinity's moving. He's about a foot taller than Porter, too.
Yeah.
Porter, maybe if he stands his hair straight up, might be the same.
2-second lead. I don't think Porter's going to give up that lead.
No, not with 1 lap to go.
Still a 2-second lead.
Mm-hmm. Trinity's made a little bit of ground back, but it's just you're not when you got that much of a lead, you're gonna have to get a little more than that.
Yeah, he's opened it up a little bit now.
Yeah. So 351 won the last heat.
Cole Brown 343.02. Trinity 345.49. Pelham 350.43. Hollis Brookline 356.20.
So Conant will move into the top 12. Winnisquam was already there. They might bump out Bow or Campbell. All right, girls 4x160, Trinity and Manchester West. Now the meet's 3/4 over.
Yeah. 2x2. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a horrible handoff. And got in the way of the other girl.
Well, the blind handoff, so they didn't look the baton into the hand, and then because they had to slow down and look back, when they looked up, they had somebody right in front of them. You know, good relays are made by good relay practice.
Right. Exactly.
And I mean, I think you probably, what we're probably looking at here really is teams trying to get their kids into their last race of the year and stuff like that. I mean, I'm looking at, right now, I'm looking at West running out in lane 2 unnecessarily.
Right.
So you want to be if you want to be a really good relay team, you practice relay. Yeah, if you got good sprinters, too.
Boy, I'll tell you, Pinkerton does, don't they?
Yeah.
They got a whole stable this year.
4,000 kids, you probably should be able to find a few.
I think you ought to be doubling up everybody on the.
Yeah.
You're twice as big as anybody
Twice
else.
as big as more than twice as big as anybody else.
You don't want to even have me go down that road.
Ah.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not happy with the way things are set up in New England. I don't think these privates. I don't think these schools that can recruit should be competing with regular schools.
Regular schools.
I don't care who you are. You're not going to convince me of that. LaSalle and Bishop Hendricken, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't. It's not a fair. It's not a fair fight.
It is not.
I would feel so bad if I was a regular Rhode Island kid and never have a chance at winning.
Right.
It's tough.
It is. It absolutely is. Section 2, we got Conval and Conan. Crosstown rivals. Well, 2 towns over, but I know that back when before FlowTrack decided to screw everybody over and make them pay for all their content, they used to do, they had a Wednesday workout with LaSalle, and it was taped in August.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Right. It's not a fair fight.
I know.
And you'll find some years you might be able to beat them, but year in and year out, you're not going to beat a recruited team.
No.
You can take the best runners in New Hampshire, put them all on one team, and you're still not going to beat that team.
Right. I remember Bill Harris of FM talking about the deal that they got over in New York, and they're hired as employees of the city or county or whatever, and so they get to operate year-round.
Right.
You operate year-round. You know that's. I don't think I would want to do it, to be honest. I'm ready for the break when this season's over. But if teams are operating year-round, then their performance is just going to be.
Yeah, it's a distinct advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Conval took that one.
I say recruiting kids in high school is supposed to be for college.
Right. That was 140.18. It says that Conan has been DQ'd.
Wow.
Third section, Merrimack Valley, Kennett, Goffstown. Merrimack Valley setting blocks.
You know, and I don't want to sound like I'm picking on LaSalle and Bishop Hendricken. Throw Xavier in there too.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
It's just, I'm not nothing against them because it's within the rules. But
Within the rules, yeah.
I think the rules.
Well, they certainly don't benefit everybody equally. That's for sure.
You know, if you have Division I, Division II, Division III, split them up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, split them up when we have the New England Championship. If they want to run, throw Philip Sexton in and throw all those on.
Yeah,
split it up. Basically, how it is.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a good handoff there.
Yep, that was.
Kennett.
Goffstown was much better this one. I'm seeing a soccer ball rolling around on the infield. I don't
God.
like why.
I don't
why
like,
here?
I
why
hate
here?
soccer and football. Is that they just make it out on. Imagine some kid get tangled up on it.
And we know that's not anybody's intention, but it can happen. So let's not even. I know that when I see them tossing around the football at Manchester Invite or something like that, and it's rolling into the course, I just want to pick that thing up and throw it in the woods. It's not what we're there for.
Right.
Go up on the football field now, I guess, right? Wow, that was a great run by Goffstown's anchor leg.
I'll tell you what, they ran all the way up through the finish too on that.
Mm-hmm.
So Merrimack Valley takes that 136.54. Goffstown 137.21. Kennett 137.29.
That's their best time. Yep.
All right, we got another heat out here. Monadnock and Campbell. I've got something. I got a sandwich, but that's all I asked.
So Monadnock with the early lead.
Yep. Still out in lane 2. I don't think they need to be out there, right? What are we going in? We're going into the anchor leg. So.
This went in right there.
Oh, no, not the anchor leg. All right, Monadnock leading. Campbell trying to catch up. Not the best handoff by Campbell, but they were patient and didn't
The long handoff.
didn't freak out, which is good. You don't want that to happen. Wow. She is working up on that anchor leg, but not enough room.
Monadnock 135.87. Campbell 136.43.
Looks like we got Pembroke and Souhegan.
Just stay here all day and watch.
All day.
Why not just watch the live?
Why don't you put on the headset and talk? No cuss words, though. Leave that to Jimmy and I.
Yeah.
Can I hear what you're saying on this thing?
Absolutely can, yeah. Don't break it. We have, yeah. Jimmy told a story about when you went fishing with him. Deep sea. All right, Souhegan takes the handoff in the lead. They are on the inside lane.
Already, huh?
Already. I think they get to after the second handoff.
Right. Oh, yeah, so we're
They don't do break in here. They just go after the second hand, second handoff. Apparently they do get fatigued running a whole lap. We saw a number of people that were in the 55 and then didn't make it back for the 300. 110 meters. They probably warmed up and cooled down a little bit,
Right.
though. Souhegan leading this one. Pembroke Anchor is making inroads, but it's not going to get there.
So Souhegan takes that. 133.90. Pembroke 135.44. So this is the last one of the. Oh, we still got more after that.
We got more after that. We got
Wow.
Kingswood.
I don't know what I was looking at.
Hope. Kingswood and Co. Brown.
The light at the end of the
The
tunnel.
light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go into the light.
Remember Aerosmith had that light at the end of the tunnel. It just might be you. Pretty even.
Pretty even. Kingswood stretching out the handoff zone to take it first. It's always a good idea.
Especially if you got a runner that can run a little bit longer.
Yep.
And someone who can't
Well,
run.
and if you can take the handoff so that they just maintain that inside edge.
Yeah.
If the other people can get ahead of you and hand off and slide right in. Those were solid handoffs. All right, into the final handoff. Kingswood, solid passing. Go Browns got their work cut out if they're going to get around that.
Kingswood's going to take that
Yeah.
one, no problem. So Kingswood 132.61. Cole Brown 133.91.
We now have Belmont setting their blocks and
Newmarket.
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 Newmarket boys have a real solid sprint.
Well, they do, don't they?
Relay. Be interesting to see what their girls do. They've been putting it together in cross country too, working their way up year after year. Picked a rough year to come out. I mean, the Kearsarge team and that Hopkinton team were just beastly, and then Portsmouth Christian as well.
Yep.
Belmont handing off to their hurdler.
Pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
Belmont trying to make a move
Making
on the
the
outside.
pass. Get the stick and get in.
Nice
and they did.
handoffs
That
by
was
both
nice.
teams.
Yeah. I thought for a minute Newmarket was going to be able to keep her on her shoulder and make her run the outside of the lane, but half a stride ahead.
Belmont girls pretty quick.
There she is.
Nice handoff. Belmont, well, both teams.
Yep.
Both teams have got
Yep.
their act together there.
Well, you're moving up in the ranks as far as the who's who of the 4x160s, so you don't have it down now.
No. So Belmont 132.14, Newmarket 133.76.
We got Guilford and Bow. Kind of seems odd to me that Guilford's, there's still quite a few teams it looks like ready to rip.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's
Well,
not as
you're
many
seeing
as I
boys
like. I'm seeing
mixed
the
in.
boys.
Yeah. Should be one more heat after this.
All right, that makes sense
And then we'll be 3/4 of the way done.
then. Well, coming into the handoff.
Oh. Both of those teams need lessons from the two teams before.
Yep.
Shouldn't be coming right up on you.
No. And you shouldn't not know they're there either.
Right.
Bow handoff was a big surprise to both of them, I think.
Again,
Oh,
coming
my
right
Lord,
up on
yeah.
them.
I don't know if any of these teams, I would assume that one or another of them is definitely in. Yeah, Guilford and Bow are both in.
Yeah, it's the coaching.
They ought to spend some time. They ought to spend some time practicing that. These guys.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do this week?
Right.
Practice handoffs. Mr.
They
Clark,
got-
Aurora ran pretty good, huh?
We have plenty of speed in between.
Yeah.
There you go. You fix the handoffs, you're real fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
So Guilford 130.66, Bo 130.85. Fix your handoffs, you're probably high 128.
I mean, they were just 2 seconds faster than the last two teams we saw.
Yep.
And every single handoff could use improvement. And that's something that's easy enough to do.
Right.
If I was at either of those two places, what I'd be doing and scripting up the workouts for the week: Monday, handoffs; Tuesday, handoffs; Wednesday, handoffs; Thursday, easy run; Friday, handoffs.
Right.
Maybe throw in some starts.
Because they get some fast girls in there.
Yeah. This heat we got Pelham and Milford. Girl from Pelham looks great.
Yeah, just to give them an idea of what they're doing. Maybe not exactly close.
There's a nice one. There's a nice one.
Yeah. Wow.
Some wheels here.
Yep. I don't think my car even goes that fast. Pelham had a great handoff there.
Pelham's, she made a good move. Milford held her off.
Switching hands of the baton going in the corner, though. I don't like that. Wow. Oh. Milford was able to keep her on her shoulder.
Still going to be some fast times here.
There's still going to be some fast times here. Milford takes it.
So Milford takes that 129.46, Pelham 129.61. Okay, we got boys now, 4x160 Hanover versus Conant. Hanover with a commanding lead.
Over Conant.
And Conant didn't expect the baton. Something. Waiting for takeout.
They like surprises.
I don't know what was going on there.
I think what you got here is a little bit
Guys that have never really run it.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at some of the guys I've seen. I know at least one of the guys has run relay, but it's 4x4.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
Comes
faster.
up quick. You're not paying attention.
Again, I don't know how. I see all these teams with taking handoffs with their back to the inside of the track. I don't know why anybody would do that. Why wouldn't you just stand the other way so you can see them coming in?
Right.
Even if you're going to turn and take a blind handoff, your track awareness is going to be so much better with you facing the track than away from the track.
So Hanover took that in 123.34. Conant is 134.02.
Yeah, Hanover, that would have put them in about 19th place. So out of the slower of the heats, they ran pretty good. We got Merrimack Valley and Campbell in this next section. There you go, Merrimack Valley.
Oh, wow.
Merrimack Valley with a good handoff.
Campbell didn't hand off.
I guess they're not running anymore.
No,
Did
they just messed it up over there on the handoff. One come up on the other one.
Yeah, I saw that, but they were right at the triangle.
Yeah. Played a game of leapfrog, I guess.
Yeah.
Watch out, Merrimack Valley. They're coming hard.
Yeah. Right behind you.
They're coming.
That was a good bad handoff.
Yep.
Got out, but slowed down enough so they could get it in there.
Merrimack Valley 124.74.
So Hanover out of the last heat actually was faster. This heat coming up, we got Goffstown and Sauhegan.
Wow.
Turnover rate, and Goff's down to Sauhegan's about 2-1.
Sauhegan kid's got a little bit of a weird stride, but I'll tell you
A
what,
little bit. He got back there.
He's,
That is a very weird stride.
but I'll tell you what, boy, he made up some big,
He
big
did.
ground.
That's the strangest stride I think I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Guess it
But,
worked, though.
yeah, he put him into the lead at the handoff.
That was a good handoff.
Yeah. I guess if my guy could run that fast and look that strange, I'd love it.
Yep.
People used to always say that about Job. It's like, well, not messing with anything now. Kid shows up as a freshman and wins, Division III cross country.
Yep.
You don't mess with it.
Right. We had a kid one time. He's Tom Crazy Powell. He's gone crazy. His arms were going all over the place, but you couldn't beat him.
Right.
He just knew he's going to outkick you one way or the other. He would hunt you down. His name was Crazy. I don't know what ever happened to him, but
So he
no
took
form,
that in 122.3.
all guts.
All guts. That matters. Sanborn and Raymond in this one. I've seen lots of guys with great form and they don't have it.
Oh my
You
God!
just can't. You sit there and say they should be able
Yeah,
to.
pretty runners.
Yeah.
They look beautiful, but can't going nowhere.
You gotta want to win. You gotta want to win and not care
Right, what you look like.
what the consequences are. Sanborn with a good lead, good handoff.
It's pretty funny how some of the kids will get out to the outer limits of the thing. You think the handoff's, and it actually turns into a perfect handoff.
Yep.
It's like you almost push it right to the edge.
Those guys might have pushed it beyond the edge.
I think they might have.
If not, they got a big lead. I mean, if you're the guy on the outgoing leg, you need to make sure that you got a big target. But the guy that's coming in with the baton has to recognize his job is to get it in there no matter what. I'm giving Sanborn a time, so.
122.58 for Sanborn. Raymond 123.99.
All right. Pelham and Co-Brown. Now we get to see the Co-Brown sprint squad. I'm not sure they have one, but
Yeah.
pressed into action today.
Cody Tangway, our main cameraman, is over there.
I know. I wouldn't have thought of Cody as a sprinter, but maybe I'm missing something. Decent handoff.
Guy just rolled his ankle right on the finish. Or on the handoff, I mean. That kid looks pretty fast, though.
Yep.
Both of them.
I was talking with Tim earlier, and about relays for next week and stuff like that. And he says, we've got some big name guys that everybody knows, but we also got some guys that,
Right.
in a 4x4 can be pressed into action and run pretty good.
I'm saying this is a pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty flawless right now. It's going to come down to a good race, too.
Solid handoff there.
Let's see what little Tangway's got
Yeah.
versus this other kid.
Other kid's about 1.5 feet taller. Cody's maturing nicely. I mean,
That's good
looking
pole
pretty
vaulter.
muscular right there.
So Pelham 122.25, Co-Brown 123.50.
Next up, Milford and Kennett. Well, one thing that should happen this afternoon, Division I, there shouldn't be nearly as many
Teams?
relays.
Yeah,
Not as many teams, so not
Yeah.
as many relays.
the relays are just
A lot.
Just a lot of
A
them.
lot of relays. I remember watching one time Merrimack Valley invite Zach Emerson running the 4x1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They needed him to do it. He said, why not?
Yeah.
He got warmed up like crazy. And guess what? If you're at that point, if you're a sub 10 minute 2-miler, you probably can get from point A to point B pretty quick in 100 too. But there was no gear changes. It was all out.
I mean, that kid from Hanover, Russell Brown, he had a
Oh.
pretty good range.
Yeah, he did. I remember him watching him run the 55 indoors one time.
Yeah.
And he gave the top 55 guys all they could handle.
When you know you can do that, you know that you're going to be a good one.
Yeah, I remember watching Corey Thorne throw down with a kid from Merrimack Valley. He was the top-ranked kid in
Yeah.
the 600
Yeah.
in here, and basically ran right behind the guy for 2 laps and then went to go around. The kid was really smooth and efficient about keeping him on his shoulder, and he
Yeah.
just, he just went to the arms and shoulders and just cranked. And eventually pulled himself around him, but
Right.
it was all just strength.
Thorne was the type of kid that he had good speed, not as like Russell Brown's speed,
No.
but he had killer kick speed.
Yeah.
Like he could reach down.
Yep.
If you
And
were
he
if
certainly
you were a
did.
target, he's going to get you.
All right, in this heat we've got Trinity and Belmont.
Kind of like Jeremy Broussard the same way.
Oh.
You know.
Jeremy Broussard, I love that. I love talking to that kid. Great kid. Tim Fafford gave him everything he had
Yep.
his senior year at Meet of Champions. But yeah, that kid was deadly. Belmont takes a handoff first over Trinity. It's quite a lead. Nice handoff. Trinity, I think, just botched it. I think they handed it off, but it was outside the zone. Exact opposite in handoff.
I know.
The last one he ran out of the zone
I
before he
know.
could get it. This one ran right up on him before they were even in the zone practice.
Drive right, you know.
You know, the thing is, it really doesn't even matter what school you are. This is something you can practice in the hallway, the cafeteria. If you're going to be one of those top teams, you got to learn how to do it. Belmont took it in 120.8. Trinity ended up being DQ'd like we had said. Hollis, Brookline, and Pembroke in this one, Section 8. And I'm looking against the wall, and I see West and Newmarket. Think Rodriguez will be in this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
I think they'll have a fast one, too.
I don't know. Is it? And maybe that's why I coach distance runners. I think I'd have a problem if a kid wants to be in the 55 and the 300, and I got him in the 4x160, and then we get around to 300, and they're like, like, why'd I bother putting you in? I guess.
Right.
But that's why I coach distance runners. If I do coach sprinters, they'd probably all be injured. You're out there. I don't care. Yeah, but I think I'm about to blow my hamstring. All right, Hollis Brookline's leading. Solid handoff. Not really sure what just happened there. Second leg jogged in the first lane. Thankfully, they didn't far enough apart that they didn't run into each other. Wow.
Hey, they put up a good one, huh?
They did.
118.92. That was faster than anything we had last week, right?
I think so, yeah.
Did we have 119 last week? Well, Newmarket
Newmarket and West.
in the West. Country boys versus the city boys.
We got ourselves a hoedown.
Where'd that put those guys? 118.
117, I think, was it. 116 is Wyndham. 117 evens Newport.
So
Newmarket at 117.44.
Where's West? Have they even put one of these up yet?
Yeah, it says 119.6.
So that'd be a good one, huh?
It should be.
I think Newmarket's going to take this one.
Yeah. Solid handoff. That's a pretty big lead. That's a lot of action.
Yeah.
I had a kid that ran like that. I always tell him to relax. We called it the robot.
With the earring, sporting the earring and everything else, I don't know. I think the Newmarket boys are taking it to him.
Yeah. You don't need to be fancy. You just need to be fast and have good handoffs.
Game over.
Game over.
Wow, this is smoking it.
Yes. Like I said, 1:16.37. They're not going to be there, but that is going to be fast for in here.
Tell you what, Manchester West came back pretty good on that.
Yes, they did.
117.35 for Newmarket. Manchester West, 121.75.
And that's it. That was the last section. That ends this morning's broadcast. We'll be back at 2 o'clock for Division 1.